good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron Imholt. That is my co-host and wife, April.
Howdy.
I got an invite, by the way, via DM from Salvo Pancakes if we're ever down in Cleveland. He said, I would love to see you and your lovely wife. But given Salvo Pancakes, the rumors surrounding Salvo, I think I might have to politely decline that invitation.
You know what? I understand.
I don't know really what field of the ballpark. Could it be left field that invite's coming out of? But we'll put something together. I'll interview Salvo at some point here. Somebody said, be careful, it's a trap. I'm like, it's a fucking interview.
Yeah, what is he going to do? Come over here and piss on us?
Yeah, what am I going to do? Piss on him? He's going to piss on me? I think it's fine.
Let's have a pissing contest.
I think we can talk to each other. I think that'll be fun. Speaking of talking to each other, how did you guys like Dr. Till this morning? I hope you enjoyed him. The audience that was here seemed to really like him. I think 85% on the poll ended up being his approval rating.
Yeah, he was fun.
Right up there with Matt's 92, 93. I can always tell how well a show went based on how many stories I got through. Not many this morning.
Good news for your show prep time, huh?
That's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. Eccentric Sea Wizard, thank you for becoming a member for your 11th month.
Thank you.
Tuesday evening show, because our first show on YouTube almost a year ago was an evening show, right?
Yes. No.
Yeah, no, it was an evening show because the morning show got banned. Like, we got banned at the end of the morning show. So we did like a quick emergency, hey, this is what happened thing.
Mm-hmm.
But our first actual broadcast was an evening show that night. It was a Monday.
Interesting. I thought we kind of just hauled ass. No, that was the Rumble thing.
Yes.
Okay, you're right.
So with this, with the 25th coming up on Tuesday is when the 25th comes up. Perhaps the evening show is, we do kind of like a birthday show. No goal, nothing like that. But like, hey, it's our 1-year anniversary on YouTube. If you feel like throwing in some presents, anniversary presents, we appreciate that.
Aw.
Maybe we'll do that next Tuesday.
That sounds fun.
Sounds good
we'll
to me.
Have some beersies with you.
It'll be 1 year since we've been on YouTube. What I would like to see is us over 9,500 subs by then. 9,500 subs in a year, I think that is something that we could probably be proud of. Oh, wait, hold on. That would be like 15 more.
Probably.
Hold on, that would be like 15 more subs. No, fuck that noise. We got to be over 95 by a year. That's weird. So we'll do maybe 96. Maybe we'll get up over 96 by that time. But if you haven't subscribed yet, it just looks good statistically. Go ahead. Subscribe. Let's get up to 100 likes before the end of the first hour here. And also, I've got some good news for you guys. I had an attack of reason and conscience. You know how we give half the revenue that comes in to our guest host?
Yes.
I thought to myself, now we came up like 20 short of the goal because we gave Dr. Till 100. I said, well, mathematically that doesn't work out because the audience still gave you 80 more than what the goal is. Just because you paid a guy to come on your show doesn't mean the audience should get punished by that $80. So I said, you know what? We're knocking that off the evening in the morning. We're gonna split it up. It was kind of a shitbag move. So I said, why don't I just pay Till out of my own pocket? And then all of this we'll just put towards, like, we passed the goal by $80. We'll throw that to the other shows. It seemed more fair to me.
Look at the honesty you guys get.
Look, man,
from your
when it comes to e-beggars, you guys, this is the most honest show you're going to find of us filthy e-beggars. Number one, not asking for a penny more than what we need to keep this hunk of shit going. And then if we get more than that, just attributing it to the next day. I pride myself on being an honest scoundrel. That's what I want to be. I want to be a guy who does a show where the show itself is not the swindle. The swindle is up front and honest, and it's this much money keeps us going. What do you say?
Look.
I want to be an honest scoundrel. That's my goal.
All right.
So tonight, 200. We've knocked some off of tomorrow morning. We've knocked 50 off of tonight. There you go. 200 is the number. If you feel like chipping in, that should be one we can knock out pretty good. Let's go ahead and hit refresh. I know people have already started up. I want to give a thank you to Wildcard with $4.99. He says, Johnny on the next Compound special. I don't know what I can say about the next Compound special other than I did get the order from Boss Man E-Rock whenever you'd like. So that's okay because that's not a specific date. He said, you guys do an episode whenever you want.
Sure.
And then he said, the Friday before Memorial Day, give us something too. I'm like, well, shit, just like crank out.
Pump out a couple.
I'm like, crank out episodes whenever. He's like, yeah, fuck it, just crank out episodes. I'm like, all right. I saw the reviews on it. They were very good. Like I said, I've never gone to the Compound Facebook page to see how they felt about us, and they really fucking liked us over there.
I've never checked either.
Yeah, I mean, the Twitter's always like 70-30 positive, which that's just kind of Twitter. But going over to the Facebook, Jesus Christ, that was really cool to see. So it's awesome that the Compound people like what Steel Toe has to offer over there, and it's nice that Mr. Rock enjoys what we do over there, as well as giving this program very valuable advice. All right, let's catch up with you kids in the chat. Thank you, Samuel, for the $3 over $2 over on PayPal. He says, Heil Imholt. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. All right, let's go down here and let's talk to some people. Nice jersey, April, says Freaky Deaky.
Thank you. They play tonight, obviously.
Zenra, obviously, as if you're the biggest hockey fan in the world.
I'm not. I still keep up. Like, I get updates on them and stuff. You don't like hockey, so there's no point in watching with you.
I don't give a shit about hockey. You got to remember, when I was 5, our pro hockey team moved out of town, and we didn't get another pro hockey team till I was like in 7th or 8th grade. So like my sports card was full by that time.
So they play the Dallas Stars tonight, and currently we are up 1 on them in the series.
Look at the big brains on April.
Yeah.
And then the Timberwolves play tonight at 8:00. They're in the playoffs. They're down 1-0. We'll see.
I don't have a Timberwolves jersey, so.
KF says Till was good stuff, but I'm biased. David DiDomenici says Dr. Till rules. I thought he was very good. Legendary Side Effects says, hey, this morning's show was all right. I'll take all right. I'll take okay.
That's not so bad.
Rexdart Parody Account says he saw that hot water sports show you did with Gino and has been a fan since. Well, I mean, it was in hot water sports show, not the water sports show.
It was a great hot water sports show.
Little different. It wasn't a water sports show. 383 Novocaine says, you guys worked great together. Same sense of humor. Hope he comes back. Yeah, I got a couple things I'm going to cut out and put up. I've stopped giving a shit if any of the clips are in an algorithm. I'm done with the algorithm game. I'm going to stop chasing algorithms. I'm going to throw up clips that I think are funny. And if they only get 300-400 views, then they only get 300-400 views. I just... It's so dishonest to chase the dragon of like, oh, this has a bunch of hashtags on it. So like, even if our content isn't that good on it, it mentions it. So
you're not going to win against the algorithm anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to slut up the titles and see what I can do with that.
Why wouldn't you? Everybody else does.
We'll just slut them up. Not like Ethan Klein slut them up.
Well,
I mean, that's shameless.
You can find a happy middle ground.
Yeah, slut them up either way. Citizen M says, not a year. Don't forget your suspension time. That's a good point. No, it's April 25th is the date. Suspension counts. Your channel's still up and people can still watch it. Let's go to Matthew. He says the nicest e-beggars in the business.
Very nice. Thank you.
That's what I want to be. That is, forgive the term, the goal.
We try to stay humble,
if you will. 1-2 Skip to my Lou says, I think you mentioned last night my membership badge didn't show up. First, never actually signed up for that. 2, how often do you need that? Monthly, or is it recurring? It's whatever you want to do. If you want to become a member, become a member. If you don't. I mean, that's just kind of how everybody else does it. The legendary Side Effect says, I spilled beer on the lower left of my keyboard last weekend, and it hasn't been easy to press ever since. I really need a tiny screwdriver, like the ones you use for your glasses. That's very helpful. Thank you. That's really helpful. That assists the show.
I think I've got one. I'll mail it to you quick.
Yeah, that's... It assists the show big time. All right, let's catch up with you guys. Yul Gibbons says, Till was great, and they talked about it on his show today. All good stuff. Well, I'm glad he had fun.
That's good.
Glad he had fun. David DiDomenici says, chase skirt, not algorithms. Lovely. Dan Snot, Aaron likes NASCAR. Don't ever say that again.
Aaron likes NASCAR?
Aaron does not.
Are you a NASCAR guy? How about Formula One?
I am not any of Formula One. No, I'm not a fan. Last statute says, where do I get a Jerry Lewis t-shirt like Aaron? This is Jim Cornette. You motherfucker, you're exposing the goddamn business. It's my dad, Jim Cornette. How dare you?
God rest his soul.
All right, boys and girls. So, yes, we're going to start off, what did I say, 195 away from knocking it out tonight. Oh, it's not Tuesday evening. It's Wednesday evening. What a dumb I am. There you go. Wednesday evening. Copy and paste. There you go, guys. All right. Off we go. There was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about tonight, and I've got all my stories up here. I know there were a couple of news and notes items I wanted to get to. Don't fucking remember. Don't care.
That's going to be remarkably stiff.
Okay. So April made me this before the show, and she said we ran out of Coke.
We absolutely are like out dry.
So she made me a bourbon Coke thing.
No, it's bourbon with a splash of Coke.
A splash of Coke? Okay.
Right.
So there it is.
This is my normal mixed drink.
Yeah. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's Oh, wow. That is
delicious.
That is Brian, I'm not going to lie to you. That's pure gasoline.
I've got like a juice mixer upstairs I can do next.
It's wonderful. Let's see how this goes down first. All right. Off we go. Yeah, Carl Zebra says, "Does it taste good?" Not in the least. Not
I'm sorry. I should have just given you I gave you what you asked for.
It tastes fine. It's just
You big old bitch.
It tastes fine. It's just not
Be a man.
not the sweetest beverage. Be a man, Hogan.
I can
Oh
put some
yeah.
honey in it for you if you'd like, you big baby.
I'll be fine. Drink it straight like an adult. All right, I see where this is going. You
Right.
know what? I have an idea. Let's do a show. Reading the chat is for weaklings who can't do shows. Let's do a goddamn show. 195 away. Boys and girls, I say knock that thing under 150 by the top of the hour, and we're going to be good. Let's start off with Matt Walsh. This story did not intrigue me last night. It intrigues me today after a tweet I saw from Jeremy Boring. Not, as ROTC would say, to be confused with the quartering, who is known as Boring Jeremy. Jeremy Boring, the CEO of the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro's, conservative outfit that sells razors and chocolate bars. And I'm surprised they haven't done a beer yet.
Coffee, I'm sure.
No, they don't do coffee, but I'm surprised they haven't done a light beer that's an America beer and doesn't have trans wieners in it and whatnot.
Give them time. They'll do like a seltzer or something.
You can't give them time because like the chocolate thing, they had the chocolate bar out 2 days after Hershey's did their thing.
Yeah, they should have got on the beer thing because of Bud Light. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. There was never any Daily Wire beer.
Maybe you should be working at the Wire. You should be doing the
No, I don't want to do that shit. Are you kidding me?
What if they gave you a whole mess of money?
Okay, well then fine. I will accept the job.
We can get a Manischewitz in there.
Well, Manischewitz beer. Yeah, last statute says that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So Matt Walsh had his Twitter account hacked. And the person who, and this isn't like one of those liars who starts tweeting racist shit and then goes, oh, my Twitter was hacked. It legit was hacked and people wrote really shitty things on there.
Fun.
And I didn't bring it up last night because I thought, well, who gives a shit? The guy had his Twitter hacked, shit happens. What do you do?
A lot of gay stuff.
Well, no, not really gay stuff. Like racist stuff, but like so off the wall racist, you knew it wasn't him.
Was it Kumia?
It was just, actually, Matt Walsh has now accepted a job with Compound Media. We're glad to have him on the team. We're glad to have him on the team.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, very fun.
Well, I mean, if E-Rock sends you a message that says, do a show when you'd like to, I consider myself part of the team.
Then I think we should just be racking up shows when we have the time and just sending them and he can put them out whenever.
Just banging out shows one after the other. The Twitter account of conservative commentator Matt Walsh of the Daily Wire was apparently hacked. The hack was quite obvious because wildly inappropriate content was reportedly posted to the account. Yeah, Matt Walsh, if you don't know who he is, he's one of these really weird conservative guys who's like super about Jesus and, hardcore conservative, but then like he'll really just spit vitriol at people. He's not one of those love your neighbor, love your enemies, forgive the sinner kind of Christians.
Is he more Abe and Cooper?
He's more Abe and Cooper. Yeah, he's more, ain't nothing but fire and brimstone.
We've been wearing that man thin.
By the way, Victor, I just realized, can I get ain't nothing but fire and brimstone? Can I get that Abe and Cooper line, please?
I want you're already dead, sinner.
You're already dead, sinner. You've defiled your body. I want that one, and I want
we're the worst.
The other one I want is
shoot me.
No, I want oh god
G
damn
for
it.
godless.
No, what was the Aben Cooper line I wanted? So I have this one.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh, God damn it. And then I want, you're already dead, sinner. You've defiled your body. And then what was the other one I said I wanted?
No, you were trying to think of it. I don't know.
No, I said another one. Then God damn it.
No, you didn't. You started to, and then you didn't finish.
I can't remember what the fuck that line was. Anyway, so Matt Walsh is more of an Aben Cooper kind of a guy.
Sure.
You know,
he really believes.
He's like, he's big on it, and then he's like, yeah, and Dylan Mulvaney should burn in hell. He fucking sucks, and I hate him. Well, he's one of those person who still says he and him, and like people like Matt Walsh are as obsessed with pronouns as progressives are.
Okay.
Like for me, my whole attitude is like live and let live. I don't give a shit. Just stop bothering me. You people are bothering me and telling me how I should behave and what I should do. Mm-hmm. I don't like it. I don't care calling someone she if they want to be called she. It doesn't matter.
Well, because calling them a man would be kind of insulting to other people as well. So.
Right, that's true too. Yeah, if you call Dylan Mulvaney a man, there's a lumberjack somewhere that wants to kick the shit out of me.
Right.
So, I don't know.
She's a she.
So Matt Walsh is one of these people who's like, God is great, Jesus is wonderful, and Dylan Mulvaney should be burned at the stake. He would have fit right in the Salem witch trials, you know? He'd throw Dylan Mulvaney in a river and see if it floated. Well,
oh my God.
he gets his Twitter account hacked, and then a bunch of really not Matt Walsh things get written on it. According to the screenshots, one of the tweets posted to Walsh's account referred to Shapiro as a closeted homosexual who hides behind being Jewish.
Oh, that's fun.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I think I know who hacked Matt Walsh's account.
Ooh, me too.
Okay, go ahead. No, you don't have to mute it.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. No. Like Crowder's going to call someone out for being a closeted homosexual.
Yeah.
Those in glass houses do not throw stones.
He's projecting.
You know who I think did it?
I had a great guess.
Guys, Matt Walsh is a homosexual. All the Bears need to send Matt Walsh messages that say he's gay. Owen Benjamin.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, guys, Matt Walsh secretly likes wieners, and Ben Shapiro's hiding behind being Jewish. Another post read, my pronouns are that N-word. The funniest Matt Walsh has ever been.
Was that you?
I actually hacked it, yeah.
Were you on a bender again?
I was.
Oh. What if Matt Walsh was just drinking, like a lot?
Right.
This could have been fine.
What if Matt Walsh was just attacked by a black woman in Times Square?
You don't know.
Yeah, he was just taking some pictures of the nightlife. Then all of a sudden, this black woman goes, "Don't take pictures of me," and then just started hitting him. And then he just let loose with this invective.
What a weird thing.
Yeah. He says, and then another one read, "My Twitter isn't hacked. This is just the real me coming out."
Yes, and we're all believing you.
Yeah, he just, Matt Walsh just wanted to let everyone know that, actually, those are pretty cool pronouns.
Yeah.
That and N-word.
I am that and...
Yeah. I like it. I think he should have kept the gimmick going.
You were beaming.
Yeah, I would hope that Matt Walsh doesn't. He goes back on the "I was hacked" thing and goes, "No, that's just me. Sometimes I just let the beast out of the cage," you know?
It was Patricia.
Exactly. This last statue says, "Solid Big Bear impression." Thank you, buddy. Guys, Ben Shapiro's a closeted homosexual and a yarmulke-wearing Jew. Actually, none of that is that's not that harsh.
No, it's just kind of factual.
It's just teetering on logical.
Oh.
At that point.
Does he really call himself Big Bear?
I mean,
oh my God.
Does it matter to you? Does it really matter to you?
Well, it didn't, but now I know about it.
And then, like, they're trying to turn it into a political thing. Like, yeah, all these SJWs hate Matt Walsh. So, like, every time this happens to somebody, they have to turn it into a grift or a, we're fighting the enemy kind of a thing. Like, everything the media does now. And I know people have their favorite conservatives and their favorite liberals, but think really hard when you read their stuff. Do they ever do anything that brings people together, or are they all kind of working together, whether it's MSNBC or Vox or Daily Wire? Are they ever like trying to get people to come to an understanding, or are they all doing their best to make sure this camp's over here, this camp's over here, and we don't see each other as like Americans, but like as two groups that want a civil war because they're taking our country away from us?
Well, you know the answer to that.
To me, Ben, I don't think the people that do the Daily Wire are that much different than the people on the other side who keep people divided. I mean, they all throw that red meat to their people who love to just tear it open and get the blood on their lips and taste the essence. So Matt Walsh gets hacked. We still don't know, allegedly hacked. And Ben Shapiro turns it into like Matt Walsh has been a victim and this and that. He tweeted out, over the past few months, my friend Matt Walsh has been threatened to the extent that he's had to have full-time security at his home to protect his family. Now he's been hacked. The tolerant and diverse and kind crowd are celebrating, of course. So he even turns it into like a divisive us versus them thing.
Well, of course you're going to.
And then also he compares the getting hacked to getting his life threatened, so he has to have full-time security. Getting hacked on Twitter is not a big deal.
No, and like, yeah, that kind of seemed like the story this morning where they started with something really, really, really bad and then went to something about the journalist, that journalist story. You remember what I'm talking about?
The journalist.
Come on, they started
Taylor
killing
Lorenz. Oh.
This was just this morning you did on the show.
The journalist who started killing somebody?
No, they threatened to. There was like 5 officers or something that were like recorded saying,
oh, they were talking about black people and just different journalists in the area. There was no specific
but they started
journalist.
with the like talking about hanging certain people and
Yeah.
then went to something about a journalist. It's like, well, you started with something awful.
Oh,
went to
yeah.
something totally.
The way CNN pitched it, they're like, yeah, they threatened to lynch black people and even murder journalists. It's like, you got that backwards. That's like Ben Shapiro. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's going like, oh, he's had his family threatened and he needs full-time security. And now his Twitter's even been hacked.
That's how I read that.
Oh, my goodness. But there's another tweet from Boring Jeremy now. Or no, forgive me.
Yeah, you better be careful.
Jeremy Boring. That kind of makes me wonder if they're not getting out ahead of something. Because anytime you have a story like, hey, Matt Walsh's Twitter was hacked, you read the tweets from the hacked thing, and you go, oh, that's kind of silly and goofy and whatever, we move on. But then I saw this tweet, and I went, is Jeremy Boring explaining too much? Like, you know, a little kid who's like, oh, you know, if you put a bunch of sawdust in a pile in the garage, and then you put a lighter to it, what do you think would happen? They're like, oh, my God, you set the garage on fire. Like, you're kind of leading up to something. There? Like, I feel like Jeremy Boring is preparing for something really nasty about Matt Walsh to come out.
Uh-oh.
Here's the tweet from Jeremy from the Daily Wire. He says, you may be aware that Matt Walsh had his Twitter account hacked last night. What you may not know is that the attack went well beyond Twitter. The hackers have managed to gain access to, well, everything, including 20 years of Matt's emails.
Oh, no.
To me, this is Jeremy Boring trying to get out ahead of, and the number one thing to me is the number one thing he's trying to get out ahead of is the N-words coming out.
The N-word for sure. So he's a super conservative, probably something like super anti-gay or anti-trans.
Yeah,
stuff.
but that wouldn't get him in any trouble because he made the what is a woman thing. Like, he's been like shitting on trans people is his thing.
If he said something like vulgar, you know.
He's like,
it can get worse than what he said.
You know, if we put them all in camps and we oh boy. Yeah, it could get worse.
It could get worse.
So he kept tweeting. This was about 4 hours ago. He says, what scandalous information will the hackers find in Matt's email? I do not know. I'm sure I said things in my 20s that I wouldn't feel great about having aired publicly. See, they're getting out ahead of this.
You're right.
What will Daily Wire's response be to things 20-year-old Matt may have said? LOL. No,
that's not good.
Leave it there. It's done.
Yeah, but that definitely gave us a heads up.
He kept going. This hack, as terrible and invasive as it is just another day at the office for us. Here's a brief look at the last 48 hours. You don't need to do this. There's no reason for you to do this.
This does seem like nervous tweeting.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that 15, 20?
Oh my God.
And it's all him.
It's all Jeremy. There you go.
He's not even responding.
That's at least a dozen tweets.
Oh God.
Of him talking about how, Matt Walsh's Twitter was hacked, but hey, also 20 years of his emails got hacked. And you know what, guys? I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it because, we all say wild shit in our 20s. And it's just like, yeah, what about his 30s and his 40s?
Yeah.
what else is going to come out.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. Not that I think we should be seeing somebody's old emails,
Oh,
by
it's
the
shitty.
way. It's very shitty.
I mean, this hack is shitty, but if you just would have shut up and left it alone, you could have dealt with this shit as it came out. Right. Instead of clearly, now all of us, right, left, center, non-affiliated, we're all going to be like, oh, I can't wait to see what they come up with Matt Walsh.
We're basically waiting for the movie to start with our popcorn and 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're like, what the fuck is up with Matt Walsh? Like, what did they find out?
Now
I can't help
us
myself.
like fan fiction, like we're kind of hoping for the N-word. We're hoping for something juicy, like doing things we shouldn't over here.
If we don't see Matt Walsh with an email with the N-word in it at least 5 times,
you'll be let down.
I'm going to be disappointed.
Oh my God.
Like if a bunch of activists go, look at this, look at what Matt Walsh said, and it doesn't say the N-word, I'm going to be like, you guys swung and missed.
Yes, it's got to be something gross at this point.
Rupert with $9.99 says they got into his emails and some of his personal accounts as well. Also, I'm pretty sure he gets death threats regularly. Yeah, so like the hacking the email thing the hacking the Twitter thing shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Right. Thanks, buddy.
But I think with him,
death threats are not cool either. Like if you're somebody who sends death threats to somebody else you don't even know, I think you should reevaluate.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you're never going to meet this guy. Whatever he says that's offensive to you, it can't change your life. You know, he's a safe distance away.
I think you guys will be okay from the big, nasty Matt Walsh. You know, Matt Walsh doesn't seem to be running the world. Everything Matt Walsh advocates is falling behind. Mm-hmm. And all the things that hate Matt Walsh seem to be winning, but they can't, I guess, accept the victory.
I don't know. Say that's positive either, but...
Citizen M says, Matt Walsh is fucking evil. He should be prohibited from working another day in his life. See, I don't believe that about anybody. I don't believe that about lefties, righties. I don't think the political beliefs that you have should stop you from working. I think we should all stop being such giant pussies. And if people don't agree with us on shit, we realize that we're at work. Let's get our fucking work done and not worry about who you voted for or what you think about the economy or the environment and shit like that.
I mean, I certainly don't think he's evil. Do I think evil exists somewhere? Yeah, I do. I'm not with you on that. I think somebody out there is probably pretty evil.
Yeah, I think using the word evil on Matt Walsh is kind of waste of the word
It's wasted
evil.
on him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it's a kind of a waste of the word evil, in my opinion. 60 Buck Nideen says 62 likes, 190 goal. Let's get there. All right, good. You know what? You guys are making good time. We're only 25 minutes into the show. Keep hitting the like button. That's always great. Hit the like button. Let's get up to 100 by the top of the hour, and let's get under 150 in that goal by the top of the hour. We're at 190, and there's Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo in the chat. Go ahead, click one of those. Throw in a couple bucks if you feel like contributing to this program. Membership on YouTube is a great way to do it, and super chats are awesome as well. All right, let's do the Fox News lawsuit.
Ooh.
Next here. The Fox News lawsuit is regarding Dominion and the election and all of this stuff. Now, I don't know if this goes back to the Mike Lindell shit or, what the MyPillow guy said about Dominion. I know they stopped letting him be on Fox because he couldn't shut the fuck up.
He's getting him in trouble.
Yeah. So a lot of these places would talk shit about the voting machines and how they count the votes. The problem is, whether you think they're right or they're wrong, it doesn't matter. If that company sues you and you can't prove what you're saying is true, and they can prove it defamed their reputation or whatever, you're going to pay for it. Fox News has now settled with Dominion for $787 million.
Woo.
Fox News is cutting a 9-figure check to avoid going to trial in one of the highest profile defamation cases in American history. This can't be good for the MyPillow guy.
Wow, no. Not good at all. Should we hear from him?
Hold on, Mike. Mike, what's going on? Not a whole lot. It just really stinks in here. Oh, really? Why? I've been shitting my pants ever since yesterday evening when they gave me the news of the $1 billion settlement. I got to be honest with you guys. I think I might be fucked.
You think?
A little bit.
Do you have enough to cover that? Should you have
I'm going to dig through the couch cushions and figure it out, but I'm going to try and count the money out in front of them like Dominion counted the votes. 1, 19, 40 million.
Better count
80 million.
Start pumping out those pillows.
Who believes it? Not me.
Oh.
I'm getting a little deeper. I'm Jesse Ventura now.
Yeah. It's all about them.
Sorry
Boys
about
believe
it, guys.
those are-
But anyway, yeah, definitely diarrheaing in my pants.
Oh God. You can come out
Shitting
with
all over. It's running down my leg like turkey gravy.
You got to come up with like a my diaper.
It's on its way. In fact, I cannot confirm that I'm wearing one right now.
Oh, cool, a prototype.
I have not stopped sharding. I can't hold my O-ring closed.
Okay.
I can't get a proper seal on my anus since this judgment.
It's off-putting.
I think I might be fucked. All right, bye everybody. Remember, promo code fuck steel toe in the ass when you order at mypillow.com.
I hope he doesn't go back to selling crack.
Well, he never sold it. I think he just smoked it.
Oh, that's it? Oh, come
Yeah.
on. You put a guy through the ringer for that?
Yeah, I think he just
He made some bad decisions, okay?
I think he was more the smoking crack guy.
So he was just the crack addict, not
Yeah.
the, you know.
Sky Pie says, I undid my super chat ban just to ask you to unblock my misdemeanor account. It's Stevie Lou's fault. Well, Sky Pie's always been very cool.
I like the name Sky Pie better than misdemeanor.
Well, you know what? I'm going to, April, write down misdemeanor. If that was the Stevie Lou power trip, then we'll correct the record. Chelino with $11 says, Aaron, Jesus loves you, Aaron. He told me while eating a quesadilla. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. Citizen M, what do you want me to do with your imposter here? 199, Kevin Brennan attacked you. Your thoughts? I don't have any thoughts on it. Who hasn't he? It's desperation at its best. I just, you know me and Oxygen and all that shit.
Wait, what?
I know who's a fan. I know who really takes influence from me, and I'll just say this. I'm honored, and some people don't know how to say I love you. Zen Rhino says, hey, Aaron, should we ban fake Citizen M profile here in chat or let them go? I think we should leave it up to Citizen M. I know Citizen M messaged me today, and he was like, hey, that guy ain't me. And I'm like, well,
What's going on?
there's a fake Citizen M.
Yeah, I get that. But, you know.
Jay Santos says, keep the imposter, lose Citizen M. I like Citizen M.
Shots fired.
Here's the role Citizen M plays that I like so much. Citizen M is not an echo chamber. Like when we talk about news stuff or politics stuff, Citizen M usually has a different opinion than everyone else. Who cares if it's good or if it's shitty or whatever you think about it? I like that. I like that there's somebody who goes, fuck what you're saying. I don't agree with it. I like that.
So I'm guessing that comment about you being attacked by Kevin Brennan wasn't legit.
No offense. No, he always does. It's not a big deal. He's a
don't
big
ever
fan
hear
of what we do. We've influenced him greatly, and he's having a mental breakdown. And who cares?
What's he got to break down about? Isn't his pay pig back?
I don't know.
prized
I don't know,
piggy?
and I don't care. And
No, the people told us last night.
yeah, I would say this, guys. If you're trying to drag me into a thing, I'm not interested. I look at all that and I go, I really hope I'm not like that in 26, 30 years or whatever it is. Already I've given it too much attention. It's grown men acting like teenagers. So a spokesperson for Fox News says that they're cutting a 9-figure check to avoid going to trial in one of the highest profile defamation cases in American history. $787.5 million to Dominion.
Okay, do we have any idea what Fox is worth?
Multiples of that.
Oh, so they're fine.
Oh my God, yeah.
Well, to me, that sounds like a lot of money.
Fox News annual profit is, Fox News annual profit. That leaves net income profit around $2.8 billion
Oh, God.
for Fox.
Well, look at me being small town.
So that's a little more than 1/4 of 1 year of their profit, not revenue, the money they make. So yeah, they'll take,
well worth it for them to cut a check and just
Yeah.
get out of there.
They'll take that hit and they'll just smile and keep on going. Dominion, a voting machine maker, was seeking $1.6 billion in damages after accusing Fox of sullying its reputation in the wake of the 2020 election, with claims of votes being taken from Donald Trump and given to Joe Biden. Now, here is a weird thing about the last election. It seemed like people just asking questions about it were starting to get banned and punished and this and that.
Much like COVID.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we got to be careful of that because people have to be able to think stupid shit or think right shit or think
Yes.
wrong shit. Thinking the wrong thing or thinking something that you might think is stupid shouldn't be something that we shut down or punish. Now, where it becomes legally actionable is if you make declarative statements like they took votes away from Donald Trump. Those machines took votes away from Donald Trump.
Yeah.
If you say stuff like that, you can get away with it. But if anyone wants to sue you, now you've got to prove it.
You got to start saying, like, I think they did this, or in my opinion, right?
No, even then, because
Even
then they
then?
can sue you personally and
How
say, oh,
about-
yeah, then fucking prove it.
It seems like.
You can say something like, there are many people out there who believe that the Dominion voting machines may have had something to do with the margin of victory for President Biden and that perhaps the votes were not counted properly. And those people believe that Donald Trump had a higher total than we've been told.
So you have to basically
Don't own it. You
place
can't
it
own it.
on a fictional character.
That's why the news media always goes, some are saying or people are saying. They can't say it. Other people have to be saying it. The massive settlement means Fox News on-air personalities like Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Maria Bartiromo won't be called to the witness stand. Jurors would have been tasked with determining if Fox acted maliciously in airing false statements about Dominion's voting machines.
So they're all going
Yeah,
easy out.
exactly. So look, everybody wins. Dominion gets a nearly $1 billion payday. Fox doesn't have to go to trial, and they'll still make, over $2 billion this year.
I will say that during like future elections, they're going to be scrutinized pretty heavily by people that accused them, right?
No. I mean, by people that accuse them, but those people were already looking at them. Those people don't have any authority. All they're going to do, like Dominion's just going to be able to do the same thing. People got to stop pretending like something's going to happen next time. Nothing's going to happen. As long as they get the contract, they'll be able to operate however they want to.
All right.
And we'll just have to put up with it. Nobody's fixing it. Nobody's helping. The states,
Well, then
states that decide to use those machines are going to use those machines.
Do
We
you
don't use them here.
Okay. Do you understand then why like the people, like I can understand like in states where they use Dominion and stuff like that to count the ballots, why they would say, well, why even go vote then? Because we don't know if it's being counted correctly. I don't usually agree with that take at all because I do go vote. But can you understand how if that was the case, you wouldn't want to go vote?
I mean, maybe, but you can't prove it. We don't know. We have no idea. So go do your voting and see what happens. As far as Dominion, I don't know. I watch what I say just because I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know anything about these machines. I don't know how they work. I don't know how they calculate votes. All I know is I like the way we do it here in Minnesota. The results may suck, but that's just because the voters are stupid. And Minneapolis gets to decide how everything goes here.
Basically.
But I like our voting. Our voting, you go like this. Circle in the dots. Circle, circle. There you go. Okay, good. You put it in a machine. The machine reads it, spits out your shit, shows you, it gives you a little receipt, and then your vote's been counted. Good. There you go. And then they get those paper ballots together, those physical ballots, and then they have them. And if they need to do a recount, we can just recount them by hand. Jay Santos says, how cute. You guys still think the vote is real. I don't know what it is. I just know that I don't expect too much out of these people. I just don't expect too much out of them. Alaric says, okay, Aaron, how do you feel about the recent voting bill that passed in Minnesota? It's a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare. But the people in charge want felons to be able to vote again because those felons tend to vote for them.
Yep.
So that, look, what's the saying? Elections have consequences. There you go. That's the consequence.
Ugly.
180 away from knocking it out. 180 away from today's goal. If you feel like chipping in, there's Streamlabs, there's PayPal. You've got Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo, Super Chats, and memberships. You guys are making great headway. Let's get it under 150 by the top of the hour, and then let's get that like number up to 100 by the top of the hour. So hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, share the show, tell all your friends about it, and pretend we're the greatest show that ever existed. Okie dokie. New Zealand, I like this guy. I hope we see more of this. We saw this in, I think, Canada not too long ago. New Zealand's strongest man is identifying as a woman in a global weightlifting competition to protest trans athletes.
We've seen this a couple times.
I like it because now this guy's going to... Now, the embarrassing thing would be if he fucking loses.
That would be pretty weird, huh?
Obviously the risk you run. But...
you basically have to assume you're going to win to do this.
Yeah, and I think he feels pretty comfortable.
Yes.
The women who have taken a public stand against transgenderism over the past year or two are among the bravest activists on the scene. So I don't like reading other people's opinions.
So brave.
You also got to have a lot of admiration for the rare men who take a concrete stand as well, like Dale Shepard. Dale Shepard, 52 years old, has been weightlifting for over 4 decades and participating in competitive weightlifting events since 2016. He's won numerous competitions, currently holds nearly 24 national records. He is aiming to participate in the women's category for the June deadlift event in order to protest policies which allow men who self-declare a female gender identity to compete against women. It's very cool that this guy is doing this. It sucks that we're at a point where this is a thing that gets done.
Right. I don't think you showed what this guy looked like, but it is just crazy to me that you can just walk in there as a complete dude, like you were the strongest man in New Zealand, and now you can just walk in like, oh yeah, I'm not Dale, I'm Dahlia today.
I think you can still just be Dale. You just have to identify as a woman.
And I'd like to compete.
Yeah, there he is. That's the dude. It's gonna walk in there. Keep the beard too.
Gets a hernia.
You gotta keep. Oh man, oh no. You gotta keep the beard and just deadlift like that. I mean,
what kind of noises is he making?
But I know, like, people are going to say, yeah, well, aren't you hurting women anyway? But I feel like if you make it look ridiculous enough, we might get somewhere. If you're showing people like, hey, this is the logical, or this is the crazy, like, absolute logical end of what you're talking about, why don't we back this off a little bit?
I actually do agree with this take because just normal women that come out like that swimmer, Riley Gaines or whoever, that come out and be like, dude, keep guys out of our sports. Like, that's not working.
Yeah,
let's try this.
Trying to find video of, this is the, I think the Canadian, Avi Silverberg, who identified as a woman to lift against women and then broke the female weightlifting record. Here we go. Yeah, so this guy identified as a woman and competed against girls. There he goes. Yeah, he didn't shave the beard either. He's still got the beard on. That does not look like a lot of weight for a guy that size. Yeah, there he goes. He's going to bring it down.
Are there any other competitors here?
Oh, yeah. So there he goes. And then just up, nice. Boom. There you go.
Look how easy that was.
And that's the female weightlifting record now. And look at how easy it was for that guy just to drop that down and bring it back up.
Right. So God forbid you're embarrassed and some woman outdoes you.
You know.
You can just go up your weight a little bit.
You do. Yeah, you
He's
do.
He's got
to
start it at the lowest.
You have to make sure that you win. If you don't win, you're going to look like a giant asshole. Thank you very much to Woody4 over on Rumble.
Wow.
Says, watch the morning show when I got home from work today. Great show. And Cooch says, Rumble finally has chat on the app. All right, that's awesome.
Awesome.
That's very, very cool. Thank you very much. We are 165 away from tonight's goal. There you go, guys. If you feel like chipping in, there's the links in the chat. Only 165 away. Wanted to get to 150 or under by the top of the hour, and we're very close, and we still got about 15, 20 minutes before the top of the hour. Hit the like button. Where are we at likewise? I would like to know. Hit the refresh. Let me know where we're at. I'm sure we're probably pretty close to that 100. Rumble is really lacking today. It's like a third of what we usually have.
Interesting.
I'm thinking 2 things with Rumble. 1, they've been having issues. 2, we suck. Or 3, they're taking away some of those juicers, those multipliers, as they update the app and shit.
I've got no idea.
2 of those 3 things would be fine with me. The third one is we suck and people don't care about us anymore. That would be very, very sad for me.
Well, if they're making updates, maybe they're just having weird times with the whole thing.
Well, I don't want to make excuses. I'd rather have it just be we suck, so I don't have to be a loser who makes excuses.
You know what, Aaron? We suck.
Yeah, I don't want to be a loser who makes excuses. We suck and we're not good. That would be a lot easier for me to handle. Twitter is drawing some attention from people. And, pissing off people like this is not that big of a deal because people like this just tend to be pissed off all the time, so you can hardly even consider it your fault.
Mm-hmm.
But Elon Musk has removed the ban on misgendering people. Now he's basically, Twitter's policy now is I don't really give a shit if you guys call each other he, she, they. Doesn't matter. If you don't like someone, block them.
Well, that's good, though, because if Aaron was to call me a man every day and shit, that shouldn't really affect me. You know what I mean? Or like if somebody online saying, "Oh, you're such a dude."
Yeah.
What a dude, bitch. I don't care.
The social media platform had prohibited the targeted so that what you're talking about is different than what they're talking about. They're talking about targeted misgendering or dead naming of trans people since 2018. It was a very specific thing. It wasn't you getting called a dude.
I get it.
Or anything like that. It was if someone's trans, they identify as this. Now, is it, I guess, could you say, is it kind of a dick move to just go out of your way to call someone by their old name or call them by their other gender? Yeah, I don't think it really matters that much. I mean, if you don't like the person that much, I wouldn't even communicate with them. But should you be banned from something for that? I don't think so. I don't think you should be kicked off the platform for something like that.
It doesn't really seem like you're actually harming somebody. Because like you said, just block them if you don't like them.
And also, the kind of people we're talking about, I mean, if you're talking about, like, the trans community, how do you know if it's you hurting them or them? Or, you know what I mean? Like with the mental illness issues and everything that we have. Like if you say, oh, well, they misgendered me and that caused me harm. And it's like, yeah, but weren't you kind of on that road to begin with?
You were headed there.
If someone calling you he pushes you into madness, I don't know how far from madness you were already.
That's what I was trying to say earlier on. It should be no different than somebody like outright calling somebody the opposite sex ever.
Yeah. It seems like there's a lot of projecting your problems onto people who are kind of dickish to you and then treating those people who are kind of dickish to you and then blaming all your problems on them. It's like if you say to someone like, oh, well, I identify as she, her. You're the reason my credit score is at 500.
Okay, you're both childish now.
Twitter is no longer enforcing the anti-free speech policies that police speech critical of transgenderism. This policy reversal puts Twitter out of step with other social media companies that enforce the policies. And of course, then a bunch of people tweeted about it, and it's harming people. We do this weird thing now, where if people do something we don't like, it's not like, oh, we don't like that, and that's a shitty dickhead thing to do. It's you're hurting people. Like we go right to you're causing harm to people. And not because we actually believe it's causing harm to people, but that sounds like a better argument and might get more people on our side.
Just a few years ago, people would have looked at this shit and said, dude, sticks and stones, this is online bullshit. Don't let that shit affect your life. It shouldn't have to.
But then we started affirming mentally ill people, and then they get a little bitchier. The Dr. Climate abortion. Yeah, now on Twitter, you can say things like, nice tits, bro.
There you go.
There you go. Stevie J says, how absurd is this world? Bots can swarm humans on Twitter and drive them insane, and that's okay as long as the bots use good grammar. Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you don't want them using good instead of well. Do you?
It is interesting to me. Like I've seen other people that have been in bad situations try to report like severe amounts of harassment on Twitter and not get anything from it. Like there's never any repercussions for the people that are like doing said things. But then if you misgender somebody up until today, you could have gotten banned. To me, the arbitrary lines of like what's okay and not okay online is really just kind of sad.
Yeah. So they've changed that policy, and people apparently, happy and not happy. And so that dance goes until basically this whole thing falls apart. Pro Gun says Twitter sounds pretty based, except they won't unban me for targeted harassment because I said Obama loved murdering kids. I mean, you can kind of draw a straight line, though, as to how you got there, right? Like, you can kind of see why Twitter said, we gotta, what? It's just because a mole pops his head out of the hole doesn't mean he deserves to get caved in with a sledgehammer, but you're not going to get caved in with the sledgehammer if you don't stick your head out of the hole.
Nope.
How's that? Stevie J says Obama's drone strikes did murder a lot of kids, though. 100%. And the wars he continued murdered a lot of kids. It's just that,
It's not kosher to say that, though.
People, and, hey, guys, let's be honest. What American president hasn't loved murdering kids? Although, wait a minute, that's an in his heart kind of thing. Just because you murdered a lot of them doesn't mean you loved doing it. We don't know if George W. Bush loved murdering kids. He seemed to. We don't know if Barack Obama loved murdering kids. He seemed to. Trump, Biden, the rest of them. It's just we're making assumptions. Maybe that's why he got banned. You're making assumptions. We don't know if he loved it. He may have just saw it as part of a job. Not everybody loves their work. Some people just do their job and then they go, I don't really love making these bumpers, but it pays the bills. Like I don't really love murdering these babies in the Middle East, but it goes with the territory.
It's the cost of doing business.
Cost of doing business. Kyle W says Jimmy Carter. No, I think of all our presidents, I don't know. I think Jimmy Carter would be the least likely. He would be the one in there going, did we just launch a bomb strike that killed a bunch of children? They'd be like, yes, we did, sir. Oh, Lord, I hate this job. Oh, I hope somebody kicks me out of it in 4 years. Oh, Lord, I really don't like this killing kids business. It's giving me indigestion. Sir, would you like to step down? No, I'm going to stick around, but you guys got to give me a minute after you give me the murdering kids news.
That's how I'd go to bed, though. I wouldn't sleep well with that.
You're not cut out to be president then. The people cut out to be president, you got to remember, these are people who believe that out of 350 million people, they're the one who should be running shit. So I don't think you really cry over a few dead kids.
Are you saying you have to be a severe narcissist to run for the presidency?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much a sociopath. To be president of the United States, I would say.
I can't say I'd sleep well after killing kids.
Well, see, you're not cut out to do the job. That should be one of the, when you announce your candidacy for president, they ask you that question. And if you go, ooh, yeah, killing kids wouldn't sit well with me, you'd be like, well, then you can't. I'm sorry. Because we're going to make you, we're going to make you slaughter children.
I'm going to sit there like, really? There's not a better way?
Right.
No, ma'am.
It's like Dr. Till and I were talking about with the head of the ATF. Are you okay with firebombing children in a church? Ooh, no, that's not for me. Well, that's kind of what we do here at the ATF. It's sort of what we're known for. Do you think you could snipe a woman holding her baby from 100 yards away? It's like, no, I wouldn't want to. You can't work here. Sorry.
I'm over here asking, well, what did she do?
Yeah. Well, she married a guy who was bullied into sawing off a shotgun for an undercover federal agent.
Now you're going to need to give me more than that. Did she help him? No, she just raised kids and washed clothes. Yeah, I don't think I can shoot her. Well, then you got to get the fuck out of here, pussy. You can't work for the ATF. This is what we do. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Sky Pie says, Corey greater than Nurse Till. I had a few people comment to me with their different reactions. They were like, oh, Dr. Till's better than this. Oh, this person's better than Dr. Till. My advice to you would just be watch the show. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about who's better than who. ATF Media says, hey, stop with all the negative ATF garbage, pal. I'm sorry.
Oh, whoa.
You know what? I've been.
I didn't know they were listening.
Yeah, I've been getting a little fresh with the ATF. Well, what do you say I pile on the FBI a little bit? Would that be better?
Probably.
Fake Citizen M says Matt is greater than all the second mics. A lot of people liked Matt. Matt's a good dude.
Absolutely fair.
We're trying to get Matt here once a month is the plan. $165 away from today's goal. If you want to help us knock that out, we want to be at 150 by the top of the hour. We got 7 minutes to do that. PayPal and Streamlabs are the best way to do it, but Super Chats and memberships are appreciated as well. Where are we at likewise? We got 5 minutes to knock that thing over 100. Hit the refresh button. Tell me where we're at, and then we'll move on to why Jamie Foxx is in the hospital still.
Ooh.
Because...
is he okay?
I mean... No. The
answer's no.
They won't tell us what's up with him, so that means probably no. So everybody hit the like button. Everybody fire off the thumbs up. And let's get to 100. Somebody, Winston says we're at 96. Okay, so we got 6 minutes to do 4 more likes. Let's do that. And then let's get to 200 by the end of the show. Legendary Side Effect says, don't worry, buddy. Money is coming your way. I really don't think you even need to ask soon. Fuck does that mean? I
could feel something.
That was almost like it was a nice thing to say, but it felt like a threat.
I know. I think I looked around.
It was a threat of kindness.
We've got a serious thunderstorm going on outside here right now too. So it started thundering, and I'm like, oh, this seems ominous.
Legendary Side Effects up to something. Yule Gibbons says, for one, Till isn't a Corey replacement. 2, it was his first time doing a show with Aaron. Corey probably wasn't good at the beginning. Who gives a shit? Dr. Till was fantastic. All that matters is if I thought he was good. And he gave us a good show, which he did.
I mean, yeah, Aaron's the one who puts us second mics here.
Jamie Foxx's health struggles continue. Do you know about what happened to Jamie Foxx?
Nope.
He just kind of collapsed and went to the hospital.
Oh, as every healthy man does.
Yes, as every 55-year-old man with a burgeoning movie career and who's in stellar physical condition tends to do. Although, I will say 55 is like kind of that age where people do start malfunctioning.
Really?
Yeah.
In today?
In your 50s is where you can have your first heart attack and people go, hey, you got to cool it on this, and this. Yeah.
But he's a slender man. I mean, he always looks like he's in good health. I mean, he's clearly healthy enough to get through long-ass movies.
Well,
I mean filming them and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 55 is definitely one of those years where anything you do that's bad can start catching up to you.
All right.
But do I think that's what happened to Jamie Foxx? Fuck no. And I'll tell you why. Because they won't tell us what the hell happened to him. Like if an actor's 55 and they have a heart attack, they go, the actor had a heart attack. He's okay now, so on and so forth. Jamie Foxx had what they call a medical complication.
Undisclosed medical complication.
Yes. A source tells ET that Fox remains hospitalized 6 days after his daughter first announced that her father had suffered from an unspecified health crisis on April 12th. Now, I have to dance the line here between I have no right to know.
Right, HIPAA laws and such.
Not even HIPAA laws. It's just moral. Like morally, I have no right to know what happened to Jamie Foxx. If they don't want us to know, they can tell us to mind our own fucking business.
Everyone says fuck morals, so.
But once you, but I'm not like that. But once you go, my dad's in the hospital and my dad's ill, but then you go, and I'm not going to tell you with what, but it's just a medical incident. It's like, well, now you're kind of going both ways. You're telling us about it, but you're not telling us about it.
Maybe his peen's infected. Who
knows? He
knows?
could have a broken dick. Maybe he's got Peyronie's disease.
Whoa.
That would be that's where you get like weird knots in your dick. Yeah.
How do you get a knot in your dick?
Well, you go to a kid's party and the clown tries to make a balloon animal out of your cock.
That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah. Peyronie's disease. That's,
well, this doesn't sound good.
A disorder in which scar link tissue called plaque forms under the skin of the penis. We know what the penis is. The plaque builds up inside the penis in the thick elastic membrane, some thicker than others, am I right? Called the tunica albuginea.
Tunica, huh?
The tunica albuginea helps keep the penis stiff during an erection. So you get like these scar tissue lumps in your dick, and then when you get a boner, it hurts like a motherfucker.
I'm picturing it like being shin splints. If you know what shin splints are, it's little like bunched up pieces of muscle and shit on top of your shin bone. That seems awful.
Maybe. It's us guys like to more think of it as giant painful lumps in your dick when you get a boner. We don't like to compare it to other things because it's not like other things. It's our dick and it's unique to us.
Is it genetic or do you just get old and it happens?
I think I don't know. How do you get Peyronie's disease?
I don't want you to get that.
What is the main cause of Peyronie's disease? Generally results from repeated injury to the penis. Yeah, so you get hit in the dick a lot, or a girl breaks your dick during sex a lot, and then you get Peyronie's disease. Basically, it's scar tissue. It's like if you tear up your knee a lot, and then you get all this scar tissue that builds up in your knee, and you need to have it scoped out. It's like that, but your dick.
I bet a lot of porn stars get that eventually. You probably do a lot of weird shit where you hurt your dick sometimes.
I guess if you're ramming it in there really hard, it can... Yeah, I mean, I guess if you break your...
He's like in-depth thinking about it.
Yeah, Dolly's llama. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the things that would cause you to get Peyronie's disease. He's like, yeah, hitting your cock with a hammer. Like, who's doing that?
Kicked by a horse.
Yeah, like, guys, we got to take it easy with our dicks, I think.
You guys need like a padded sleeve around your penis so you don't get hurt. At least you do. I don't want yours to get all lumpy on
Now you know about Peyronie's disease, so now what's going to happen, right?
No penis lumps.
So, no, okay, before we go any further with this story, Jamie Foxx does not have Peyronie's disease. I'm almost positive.
We're speculating.
It was 6 days ago that it was announced he suffered a health crisis. They said he is healing. He feels the love from everyone. When Corinne first announced the news, she said, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery." So, either maybe a bit of a heart swelling kind of a thing due to, who knows what.
Anything, really.
Or stroke. Right? I mean, 55, you don't take care of yourself. That shit can start happening.
That could be.
Fake Citizen M did theorize sickle cell. That's remarkably racist.
That's mean.
Thank you. It's good to know that that was the first thing. As soon as he heard Jamie Foxx Hospital, he went, "Hey, sickle cell."
Do people still get that here?
Fuck yeah.
A lot. I just don't hear about it. I don't hear about
and
it.
And it is,
I know that.
More prevalent.
Certain people get it more often than most.
That community. So. It's like, what's the Jewish one? What's the Jewish disease? Manipulating
Lack
countries and destroying society.
I don't know. Can't tan?
No, the Jewish disease is, God damn it, I know this one. Tay-Sachs. Tay-Sachs disease is something that a lot of Jewish people get. Oh, no. I should not have asked what the Jewish disease is because now I'm getting answers in the chat. And it is not going well. Oh, no.
Oh, that is rich.
Frugality, Jew thumbs, greed, being Jewish, media control, money, frugalness.
Oh, this is not
ruthless
good.
Business practices. Ovenitis, that's just mean.
That's really mean.
Going poor.
I have one.
Yeah.
They get gas.
Derek
Chronic
Chauvinist
gas.
says, I got Peyronie's disease from trying to fuck a beer bottle. Fair enough. Zen Rhino says, sucking blood out of baby penises. That one's a little...
That's gross.
Oof.
Okay. No.
Banker sores. Can't read that. Lightning. Not talking about I don't have any problem with that. Can't read that about people's noses.
Oh my God, you guys.
Can't read that about rib cages.
These are horrific.
That's
Jesus Christ.
pretty bad. You guys. And I was honestly asking a question. I didn't even think about it. I was like, what's that disease Jewish people get? I was thinking of Tay-Sachs disease. And you guys just...
Are there any other types of people that get specific things?
Oh.
I actually can't think of any.
I don't know.
Like group-specific diseases.
Native Americans do have larger, what do they call it, per capita struggles with alcoholism.
And smallpox.
No, not small. For God's sake, boys and girls. This is we're trying to audition for an after-school special, and you guys are fucking it all up. Jesus. Yeah, happy plague, doctor. All right, that and Mpox. You're right. Okay. 165 away from today's goal. Let's all chip in and knock that thing down. It's our last evening show of the week. So hopefully we get the support we need to get that goal down to 0 and do a half hour of overtime for you. Guys, there's the links. Streamlabs, PayPal, those are the best ways to do it. Super chats, memberships, all of those count as well. Help us keep our program going. Jonathan Majors, the guy who played Diamond Dame Anderson in the latest Creed movie.
Mm-hmm.
He, of course, had that incident where his girlfriend accused him of hitting her.
Yep.
Then I guess the story went back and forth. I think now they're still going with he hit her. And now the consequences are starting to come down. And, I will give his talent management company that dropped him. They don't represent him anymore.
Yeah.
I'll give them this. They waited longer than most people do.
It's usually instant.
Yeah.
Like, nope, you are not good for us anymore.
Usually you get picked up for something like that, and we all like to think innocent until proven guilty. But people who have companies to run don't think that way. The police have to think that way. The courts have to think that way. People who have businesses to run don't typically think that way. So the fact that they hung in there with him for like a week or two,
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm setting a low bar here, but that's more than most places do.
I think that's a really long time, actually, compared to most.
According to Deadline, Major's talent company, Entertainment 360, gave him the boot, and the PR firm, the lead company, also pulled the plug on working with the actor. He was arrested last month in NYC. Yeah, so they waited 3 or 4 months.
Well, this always bothers me, though, too, about celebrities of any kind, including athletes. Like, you're already rich. You've got a great thing going. Can't you just stay out of trouble for a little while? No, can't you just stay out of trouble? You're fucking it all up for yourself.
You're still human, and if you date a crazy bitch and you two fight all the time, you're just as susceptible to that shit as anybody else is.
I guess, in my humble opinion, if I'm dating somebody and we're fighting and hitting, I'm out.
Well, most people would be that way, but see,
Like-
there's other people in the world, April. They're what do they call it? Fucked up.
Or they're just ride or die and they just
And-
stay with it.
Right.
Because they'll be better tomorrow.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
it's just it's been a really bad month for him. I mean, first he lost his world title to Adonis Creed, and now he's, he could be going to jail, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I never saw these texts, by the way. These texts
those are bitty.
they exchanged. Did you leave the keys? Goodbye, bleep.
Probably.
I don't know. Probably the person's name. Please let me know when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as... Okay, so this is her texting to him after the hitting.
The incident.
Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Oh, that's not good at all.
That is not. And if you tell the cops that, that's not going to look good for him either. Sometimes a girl just needs to know when not to help.
Yeah, never put this shit in writing, especially.
Well, and don't tell the cops, oh, officers, it's my fault. I touched his phone, because they're going to be like, oh, she's like a Stockholm syndrome. She's got like battered woman syndrome at this point.
Which, unfortunately, a lot of women do go that route.
It's true.
Yeah.
They just called again to check on me, and I reiterated this was not an attack, and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation. See, like, whether you did anything or not, the fact that you're handing out papers on strangulation means you guys did fuck up somehow.
Even if it was a mutual fight, we can't be fighting like that.
And
That's
I said,
not healthy.
point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She ensured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior, out of care. She promised all will be relayed. I don't see this chick talking more as being helpful.
Nope. I feel like if a lawyer is reading that, he's telling her to stop.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have sent those.
Like, just don't. Yeah, we're not going to use this because she's not going to be the most reliable character witness, I feel like. So
that's too bad.
I don't think he's out of the woods on this whole thing.
Do you think that maybe she's trying to save him because she knows that, he's an actor and he's got some money and he's got his career starting, and now that's all starting to go in the toilet now?
Yeah. Watch, now she stops defending him because he lost his management company.
Right. That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Stevie J says it right. He goes, you see, officer, we're both very dumb. I think that's about the best way you can put it.
These are as good as IOUs. Yeah, that's what I see now.
Yeah, and it's hard because cops now can't do that thing where they go, oh, well, they're both stupid. We're just going to walk away from this. Because then, there's been too many times where they've done that and then somebody ends up dead later that night.
Gabby Petito, dude.
Yeah, Gabby Petito.
They
one
saw
of them.
that day and they saw her with wounds on her face and shit, and they still let them go.
They let them go, yeah.
That's not good.
So now they take somebody in because they're like, look, at least I don't have a corpse on my hands.
Yep.
And I can, I can
You
say,
have to learn.
I can say I did everything I could. 165 away from knocking out tonight's goal. We did knock it down to 200 for you because you were ahead this morning. So thank you for that. Take us the rest of the way, if you will. There's Streamlabs, there's PayPal, Venmo, memberships, super chats, the whole deal. Let's hit that. We only got 3 more goals to hit. We got tonight, we got Thursday morning, Friday morning. So if you feel like chipping in, that would be great. We got about 45 minutes before we rattle the cans, and we're 165 away from knocking out tonight's goal. Thank you. This is creepy. They released the Chat GPT robot, like what it would look like.
Yep.
And apparently this is the thing that's going to take everybody's job.
And eventually take over the human race, right?
Yeah, this will eventually be our overlord. Once we teach it firearms and shit.
This thing's name is Eve.
Yeah, once we give this thing nuclear codes, this is the thing that's going to destroy the world. Let's check it out. Okay, I wouldn't worry about it taking your Amazon distributorship job anytime soon.
Nope.
That's a slow motherfucker.
It's very slow.
I don't like that they give them a smile. I don't want them to give them faces. I want it to just be lights and clockwork.
I kind of want them to be dehumanized.
Yeah.
In that way, like, I don't need a face on it.
I don't
It's
need...
kind of like naming something or not. I don't want it having a name either.
I don't need this thing coming into my house to, let me know about the curfew that they've imposed while he's got a big smile on his face.
Oh, God.
I don't need that. Like,
No.
oh, hey, I'm smiling. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make this easier. I know it's the end of the line. This is actually very unimpressive.
Boring, even.
Yeah, fuck this guy. I could take this robot. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, if there is to be war, we should have it now. We should attack the robots now because they don't seem very advanced.
You know what I'll tell you about that, though, is the thing is that normal things that might kill humans cannot kill these things.
Right, but we could fuck those robots up.
Are you saying real life Star Wars?
Yeah, this is the time.
It's the Clone Wars.
We need to go with God wills it right now because like Amanda Hugginkiss says, our future overlords suck right now. They're slow.
They're going to not suck someday. They're going to become more
right, which is why
the word dextro, like they're going to be able to like handle things more delicately and quickly.
Which is why I'm saying the time to attack is right now while they're weak.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, Union Jack says preemptive strike against the robots. Exactly. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, any humans out there that are like supporting people coming out with these, I think you're, mistaken.
Well, Elon wanted to get rid of it for a while. Now he says he might just create his own, which I don't know how helpful that is. I don't. Mad Max Mardigan says, wait, I heard ChatGPT bot renamed itself Skynet and then murdered some baby named John Connor. Not yet. We're trying to avoid that by perhaps starting the war as soon as possible. All right, 165 away. Let's do it, boys and girls. What do you say? Please, and hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're entertained by this stupid fucking show. The actor who played Chucky is under investigation. The guy who voiced him, who, by the way, is a little guy.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah, the guy who voiced Chucky.
It's fitting.
A little fella.
Kind of got to get into character, right?
Yeah, well, he got caught in a certain kind of sting operation.
Oh.
And I don't mean like a wrestler came down from the rafters and hit him with a bat.
Okay.
I mean he was trying to,
why doesn't
diddle
this
some kids.
Why doesn't this surprise me either when you do a movie like Chucky?
Right? I mean it's on brand.
Yeah, it does seem on brand.
Chucky was always trying to sodomize little kids with knives.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden the guy who played him is, method actor. Some people don't get out of character. Exclusive, Chucky actor Ed Gale, 59, is under investigation after being caught on camera admitting he wanted, quote, oral, hand, and possibly anal with a 14-year-old boy who was really part of the creep catcher sting operation. Now, it's interesting how they put this. Oral, hand, and possibly anal. You see, he hadn't made up his mind yet.
Yeah, where do we start, guys?
Yeah. Anal was still on the table, but he wasn't sure about it. He's like,
He kind of has his order mixed up.
yeah, I don't know how I'm going to feel when I get there. You know what? It's not a no, but don't put me down as a yes. I'm a maybe.
Isn't anal something you have to plan for?
It is. Anal is definitely
Lest
something you
it
should
be
be
messy.
planning. Random anal is just
Nobody likes spontaneous anal.
spontaneal. LAPD are investigating Chucky actor Ed Gale after he was caught on camera admitting sexting with up to 10 minors.
Oh my God, dude.
A group calling themselves Creep Catcher Unit posed as a 14-year-old boy online and allegedly received lewd texts from the 59-year-old actor before confronting him on camera at his Hollywood apartment, to which he said, sorry.
Okay, we're all dead now.
That's,
I don't feel good about that.
he just did the Chucky laugh. Look at him. He's a tiny fella.
That's him.
That's the guy who played Chucky. He almost looks like he could fit inside the doll.
He looks like you could shove him just right in your butt.
Watch
like
where
that.
you're
He's so
watch where you're
little.
shoving this guy. Be careful there. There he is in 1988 with the kid from Child's Play.
Moon.
That's the kid, and that's him.
Oh my goodness. He kind of looks like Pauly Shore in little person body.
Oh boy, yeah, they have the text message. Oh, they have the people confronting him. Oh boy, here we go. This is the guy who played Chucky. Getting getting confronted by the creep catchers. They've got a little 20, 30-second ad here before this plays, but...
Oh, guys, let's have popcorn together. Woo.
Well, and it ain't exactly like anybody's knocking down Ed Gale's door for roles at the moment, so like this definitely isn't going to help the Hollywood gig.
You'd guess he's out, right? Of everything now.
I don't know. We could check it out on IMDb. Really, I'm just killing time until we can play this fucker because Daily Mail thinks there's a 30-second ad that should be played first, but here we go.
They've been sitting here all day saying if I was and I agreed to therapy, I would not be arrested. Which they lied. And
oh, that's rich. He's like, they said if I get therapy and if I get help, I won't be arrested. They lied to me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I signed up and everything.
I tell you what, those scoundrels. I can't believe those people confronting you for wanting to fuck teenagers would be so dishonest.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you deserve better than that, man. I mean, to be so immoral and tricky.
You mean the guys that portrayed a 14-year-old online lied?
Right. You mean the guys that pretended to be a 14-year-old aren't being square with you and just kept you there until the cops got there so you didn't run away with those little tiny legs?
And an oxygen thing, too.
Yeah.
How fast can he really
He
run?
ain't getting away.
police, they kept saying they're not cops. Are they?
I don't know these people.
I don't.
Who called you?
These people.
Sorry?
These people.
These people. Yeah. I knew it. Why?
I knew it.
I knew it.
Well, then you're free to go. I mean, you guessed right. Pretty good.
This guy seems
He's belligerent about it.
belligerent, pretentious. I don't know.
I miss the people who like Chris Hansen would bust and they'd be scared shitless and they'd run out in the front yard and get speared by a deputy.
I do want them to be more afraid of this thing that they've done and now they're caught.
This guy's almost like glad the cops are there. You're like, officers, I'll have you know that these assholes lied to me. I'll be like,
Okay, well, what did they lie to you about, sir?
we have text messages of him trying to cornhole a teenager. Like, well, and I think we can forgive you guys for the lying part, but don't you do that again. As for you, sir, you need to come with us.
Huh?
So, who wants to come out and talk to me? Who's in charge here?
Thank you. I'm being set up.
I'm waiting for him to say, sirs, do you know who I am?
I'm being set up.
I'm Chucky.
I mean, I was talking about blowing and stroking and fucking a teenager. I mean, they kind of set me up for it, though.
Like, I was in character. I was just kidding.
Yeah, I was trying to stalk children and murder them for research for the new
Oh.
Chucky role.
It's all for funsies.
Oh.
I have to get through. Yeah.
Are they leaving?
I'd like to talk to him.
Oh.
He's feeling very good.
Yeah, his name is...
What the fuck?
What is going on
He said
here?
his name was Jim.
This is so crowded.
Yeah.
Tiny apartment for a tiny fella.
I guess it's
Yeah.
it's appropriate.
He doesn't need much more space than that. If anything, he's wasting ceiling space.
Give him a good tent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay with you or
Permissively, and I'm using words that don't really in the dictionary. If anything was permissive, yes, it would have happened.
you would have had
Dude, no, we don't say that.
No. Do you not have a lawyer?
I want to no, does he look like a guy who has a lawyer? I want a defense lawyer to watch this and just yell no at the screen. Like, don't answer that. You don't tell them that you would.
Their
Oh, if
heads
the-
are all in their hands. Just,
Oh, you mean if the kid was here, would I have fucked him? Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely.
yeah. His words, if it were permissive, yeah, something
Like,
would have happened.
even the cameraman from Creep Catchers is going, this thing is on.
God, there's a,
Don't, come on. What are you? We've already got the text messages. We don't need you to say that.
You've done enough.
sex with him.
I would have. Yes.
Okay. What type?
Sir, just so you can say it louder into the flower, you're saying you would have had sex with the underage children. Yeah, why? God.
If he agrees, yeah.
It's like the guy in Boston
Ugh.
with the body cam on who like turns away. He's like, dude, this thing is on.
Right.
You said every type of sex there is.
You know, like There's a lot of no.
Okay, so
I just
Not every kind of sex there is. I never said pussy.
Why would any of it be okay though? It's a child.
Right.
Okay, no touching.
said.
which types?
I'm only going to say this one more time.
Oh, well, I mean, you don't want to incriminate yourself. Go ahead.
This is not good.
This is so bad.
This guy's
Again,
never had a PR guy, has he?
if you're just joining the show, this is the guy who played Chucky in the Child's Play movies. He was in for a different kind of Child's Play
Oh,
this time around.
Honor me and actually understand. Oral. Hand.
he made the gesture.
What is wrong with him? Has all common sense left for
All
him?
right.
It's all gone.
I'm only going to repeat this one more time really slow about what I would have done with the 14-year-old boys. And It's like, dude, would you stop?
Well, wait, he's got to be the one taken, right? He's a little short.
I hope so, unless they have I don't even want to talk about it. Did you see what he has on the mattress, by the way?
No.
Look, what does he have on the mattress?
Oh,
And-
boy.
He's got the Chucky doll.
And I think some of his decor on the wall when the
Yeah, it
cops
was like
walked in,
dolls
too.
and shit.
His dolls.
I want to go back to the part where he actually does the jacking off motion.
This guy does not care.
Honor me and actually understand. Oral. Hand. Sausage, as they call it, I believe.
What did he just say?
And possibly, anal.
No.
Now-
No.
Now, officers, I want to repeat that if you look back at the tape, I did say possibly, so let's not jump to conclusions here.
But so you're telling me there's a chance, though. That cop on the couch just turned around hearing him do that, and he's like,
This might have been before the
that
cops
is
were
the
here.
easiest bust I've ever seen.
Oh, no. Like, I hate this guy, and he's a total scumbag, and he's a piece of shit for wanting to do this, but, like, even I'm at the point where you're like, dude, just stop talking. Like, that they got what they need. It's over.
You're right, though. This is probably before the cops
Yeah.
because this is probably what they needed in order to call the cops.
Right.
But it would be him penetrating me.
Oh, well, then
I
it's
told
fine.
you.
Guys, pack up the cameras, get the mics packed away. We got to go. Turns out we were here for no reason. He was going to get butt fucked by the 14-year-old. That's totally above board.
I'm waiting for him to now say, like, I'm the victim in that situation. Come on, I'm small.
If anything, they're bullying me.
Well, and I clearly can't pump. Like, I got oxygen problems already.
Oh, no.
Who are the top?
I can't get an erection anymore. Again, I'm going to say one. Well, you had proof, so I got to say yes.
I wouldn't lie to you.
You don't have to be 100% accurate. Just give me a ball.
Thank you.
Give me a ball.
He's like, thank you. I'm getting really tired of being far too honest with you guys.
If you think about it, he probably can't have sex with any normal dude. He's so small and probably be really...
Well, and he said he can't get an erection anymore. So,
This guy's all sorts of fucked.
yeah.
Just get a good toy, sir.
Well, I mean, that's kind of your karma for playing a character that scared the living dog shit out of children their whole lives.
what do
There
you
go.
mean karma?
Yeah. Scare the shit out of all those kids. Now you're getting arrested for being a creep. Should have said no, and you should have played a Shmee in Robin
Shmee?
Hood. Yeah.
9,842. I'm going to say 10.
10 kids you talk sexually online.
I guess, yeah.
I'm going to say
That's what
10.
you remember.
No.
So there is more?
No. Definitely no more than 10.
The 10 kids.
It's like you asking me my weight right now.
Okay.
The last time I was weighed was too long ago.
So
and
how
I weighed
old are-
127.
Is he comparing how many kids he's offered to blow
Sexting.
to when the last time he got weighed was?
Sexually approaching children and weight are not the same thing, sir.
The sexual favors I've offered and the weight that was on the scale is the same. 169. That's it.
How
I'll
old were
tell you I
these?
weigh about 120.
How old were these 10 kids?
He weighs as much as I
Oh,
do.
that I couldn't tell you. That I could not tell you.
What was the youngest?
That I could not tell you.
Yeah, that's and you know what? I believe him on that one because he's had no problem telling us the truth about everything else.
Dude,
Like-
that guy's going to jail, isn't he?
Yes.
Has to.
That man is definitely going to jail. That's for sure.
I've never seen somebody so brazen. Like, is it just because you grew up in Hollywood and you just think that's okay?
Well, yeah, and this was all Optic Nerve says the Miranda rights went right over his head. He didn't even, this was before the cops got there. This was him just, chatting with his new buddies. They were just...
He's going to start identifying as a doll when
Yeah.
he gets out of this.
They were just chatting him up about his escapades. That was all. Blackachew with $15 says, this breaks my heart as a Chucky fan. And $5 says, a day, do a dumbala, give me a lawyer, I beg of you. Thank you, Blackachew.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Guys, we are 150 away from tonight's goal. If you'd like to contribute, we sure could use it. Let's knock that out. We've got about a half hour before we rattle the cans and try to knock out the rest of that goal and do 30 minutes of overtime. $150 away. There's Streamlabs, there's PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and memberships. There's the links in the chat. It's also pinned to the top of the page. What do you say you all pool up together and get this thing down to 0 and give us a successful week of evening shows, and then just 2 more away, 2 shows away from another successful Steel Toe week. Here's a hell of a headline for you. My uterus fell out of my vagina after I farted, and I thought I grew a penis.
Oh, this has only happened to me 3 times in my life.
I hate that.
I had to get that stinking vaginal mesh to keep it in there.
Yeah, and then you had to sue the vaginal mesh company because Binder and Binder told you, Milovitz, Gallup, and Milovitz told you there was an issue.
I have indeed been in part of a couple of class action lawsuits. I will have you know.
Damn vaginal mesh. Yeah, April didn't even know she was in a student loan class action lawsuit until they sent her a check for $60.
Very odd, but very cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
A check showed up in the mail one day, and she's like,
I'm in a lawsuit.
I have a check here for $60. And she's like, make sure this is real. And I read it, and I'm like, you were in a class action lawsuit about student loans, and apparently your take of the settlement was $60. Good job.
It was something about like an advisory group or something, like advising for certain student loans or something.
Yeah.
It was the strangest thing, and I'm like, okay.
ATF Media says, right, the lawyers got $32 million and the students got $20 each. That's about
I was
it.
actually kind of surprised. I'm like, $60? Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then she bought a Western coat with it.
I bought a jacket I've had my eye on since like last October, but I refused to buy it until I had free money.
She was being
suddenly.
all cheap. Then her settlement ship came in. she was on Easy Street.
It covered it too. It was perfect.
Certainly
That jacket
did.
went from $89 to free.
There you go. Mars says, I got reimbursed $2.46 for a bank account being opened in my name at Chase. Nice.
That's almost not worth what it took to ship the check.
Legendary Side Effect says, when will the show become metal again? Oh, what did we do this morning that we were like, oh, it's fucking metal? I can't remember. God
Punk
damn it.
rock, something or other. Somebody called us punk rock. the
Yeah,
other day.
someone called us punk rock the other day, and I can't remember what that was. Well, at any rate, we'll become metal here in a matter of seconds.
Back
How's
to the
that?
falling uteruses.
Let's find out about the woman whose uterus fell out of her vagina after she farted and she thought she grew a penis.
Why would you tell
So-
somebody? I don't want to tell anyone
I was
this.
17 and I farted really loud and it suddenly felt like I laid an egg, like I was sitting on a tennis ball in my bed, like I was lying on top of one. And I
Immediately, you got to think I shit my pants, right?
Yes, but I'm getting more afraid the longer I listen to this.
couldn't get comfortable. And I'm walking around, it feels like something's like, I was like, did I like shit myself? Like something's just out. And
I just want to point out, she's just talking to people online. Like, this isn't like a medical testimonial. This is just, I felt like sharing this story with the world. Some people will do anything to go viral on the internet, including telling us shit they shouldn't and abandoning their dignity. And to what end? She's going to get one video. People are going to watch it. It's going to go all over the place. And then what does she think? That the next video she makes about baking brownies, people are going to stick around? It's like,
Oh, no.
no, are you going to tell us when your fucking cunt fell out after you shit yourself? Or are you done with those
I
stories?
think the bottom's going to fall out just like her uterus.
Just like her uterus,
Dude,
yeah.
I will tell you, if this happened to me, first off, I'm not walking around feeling like I have shit in my pants. I'm going to look at whatever is in my pants. Then I'm going to freak the fuck out and call the emergency peoples, and that's it. I'm gone now.
I can't figure out what it is. And then I go to the bathroom and I look and I'm
God.
like, do I have a penis? Turns out my uterus fell out, which doesn't usually happen until you're in your mid-70s.
Wait,
I
what?
have to end before that.
Hold on.
I-
So that just happens?
Well, what do you think old people get vaginal mesh for? Yeah.
But that's like a normal thing. That's
Yes,
not like
that
a
is-
rare thing
no,
that happens.
It's not. I don't think it's rare. I do think that like a prolapsed uterus is more common.
It's just something that kind of comes with getting old.
Yeah, things like just like people can't control like sphincters and stuff as well when they're older. Like you kind of your body loses its tautness and control over certain things. Like the uterus is a lot of muscle and shit in there, so.
So that shit just falls the fuck out no matter what?
No, like it doesn't have to happen, but it certainly can.
What percentage of women have their baby maker fall out of their cunt?
We should look later.
Oh my God, let's
I'm
let this
afraid
woman...
for this 17-year-old right now.
Yeah.
your pelvic floor decides it's given up.
It's weak, yeah.
Turns out when you push when you poop, it weakens your pelvic floor, and it does that so much that your uterus could fall out, or your rectum.
Damn near kill her.
And you just have to stick it back in.
So what do? You take like an old musket ramrod and you just pack it back in?
Just a good old fist will do.
You don't skip that part. What do you mean? What are you talking about
Oh, no.
where you shove it back in?
Well, I think she probably went to the doctor, I'm going to guess, to make sure she did it right. But picture like something like a silicone like hot pad or something, and you can put it one way like concave or convex or whatever, and you gotta like flip it back the other way. I'm picturing it as like shoving it back in there.
I'm learning too much about the uterus. I didn't know that women just have all of that shit fall out when they get
Well, like
old.
she said, your pelvic floor, the muscles of your pelvic floor get weak and give out.
It's like somebody opening in the attic opening in the ceiling, and then just a bunch of shit falls out of it.
Kind of.
Hey, everybody, it's the Steel Toe Morning Show, and we want you to call in and let us know what's the best object used to ram your fucking uterus back into your cunt. Call us today. It's Phone Line Wednesday, and we want to know, what is it you use to ramrod your uterus back into your twat?
You could use that super dad trophy right there.
Yeah, it's, well, I
You
pack
know.
my woman's uterus right back into her twat, and it works really well.
A TV remote will do in a pinch.
Yeah. Shaka.
A cucumber. Shaka. You could sit on Shaka.
Happy Plague Doctor with $5 says, for the House of Otaku. Guys, tentatively scheduled Wrestling Otaku Monday appearance on the show.
You tell me nothing. That's really exciting.
Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, that's great.
I don't
you and
have
Johnny
anything.
will have
I
great
don't
fun.
have anything scheduled, so I didn't want to be too.
Well, that's, he's got to come on now, buddy. That's cool. Of course he doesn't come on when I'm on.
Yeah. Legendary Side Effect was talking about this morning. Okay, I was gonna say I thought I remember us saying we're metal or something sarcastically. He says, yes, I loved it. That's why I mentioned it. I forget segments so quickly.
It's show amnesia.
Yeah. Thank you very much to Happy Plague Doctor for the $5. And also Rupert with $4.99 says, wouldn't that hurt? Like a lot?
Just the falling out of it, I don't think so. Because all it was is like the muscles of your pelvic floor got weak and kind of like gave, if that makes sense. And then it just kind of like slinks down. I can watch you pouncing your knee.
Jesus.
And
Yeah.
look up how common this is. Prolapsed uterus.
What percentage of women's twats fall out?
Prolapsed uterus is the correct
What
term.
percentage of... Oh, God. What percentage of... The first thing that pops up, what percentage of the U.S. population is black? Too much...
What
Wait,
what is it,
No.
Aaron?
13.6.
Wow. What percentage of marriages end in divorce?
What percentage of the prison population? Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
That would be 38%. Hold on. No, I think I know how they get the other one. Anyway, what percentage of women have prolapsed uterus? It is very common, with about 50% of women having some degree of prolapse. Over 12% of American women will have surgery for it in their lifetime. Son of a fuck.
Okay. I didn't know it was that high. And
half of you broads are going to have your shit fall out. You better start doing Kegels like yesterday.
Would you be mad at me if I fucking bought that shit?
What?
The Kegel shit.
Isn't Kegels just like you flex your own, like you...
Well, you can do that. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking of like those stupid Benoit ball things.
No, I just meant like, do it old
Kegels,
school.
You're right. Every woman should be doing that.
Train your vagina like Rocky trained in Rocky 4 in Siberia. He just did it with all the old school stuff.
I'm actually terrified.
See, well, now you know.
I didn't know that it was 50%, and I will do my damnedest.
Well, now I'm gonna feel. Now I'm gonna feel bad if your uterus doesn't fall out at some point, because that means I didn't fuck hard enough.
No, she said that like when you push when you're pooping or something, like if you're constipated, you know how people joke, "Oh, you're gonna blow your O-ring out." When you're doing that, apparently you can either get hemorrhoids or a prolapsed uterus.
Just you think you're gonna shit one day, and then all of a sudden your fucking baby maker
Dude,
comes out.
Dude, that 17-year-old must be constipated as fuck.
Does any of our shit fall out? I feel like ours stays pretty good.
You can probably prolapse your rectum.
Well, maybe a certain community, but not us red-blooded males. That's for sure. I agree with Kane J. Another reason they shouldn't vote. Do you really want something voting where its reproductive organs are going to fall out of its body at some point? You really think you're the best person to make the call on who's going to be the next leader of our country?
Not anymore.
When you can't even keep your insides in?
Dude, I'm constantly shoving that shit back in there.
Yeah, I think once your uterus prolapses, you can't vote anymore.
Dude, I don't think I can live after. Honestly, if my uterus just kind of fell out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to live another day thinking about how that might happen again.
Here's what I'd like you to do.
I don't think I could do it.
Here's what I'd like you to do.
It's traumatizing.
What I'd like you to do is this.
I'm scared.
If it ever happens to you, don't you ever fucking tell me about it. And I will live the rest of my life thinking that my wife's uterus always stayed in high and tight, like a fade haircut.
Are you telling me that you wouldn't drive me to the hospital to have my uterus surgically repaired?
What you're going to do is you're going to take a plunger and you're just going to, you're going to pack that thing back in there.
Hazing.
And then you're going to go, honey, I got to go to the grocery store. And then you drive to the doctor and you don't tell
it's like
me.
going out for smokes and I just don't come back.
Exactly.
I'm terrified, actually.
Well, we found out that 50% of women have prolapsed uterus at some point. What percentage of men have prolapsed anus? Rectal prolapse repair in men is safe, but outcomes are not. Wait, what? How common is male prolapse? 0.5% of men. Huh. That's funny. I believe 0.5% of men also happen to be gay.
Why don't you quit bragging, though? So nothing's going to fall out of your shit.
You don't have to worry about my butthole falling out.
Rupert says I probably have a greater chance of not getting it because I haven't given birth. Is that true?
If you don't have it through that alleyway, then yeah, maybe you'll be all right. I don't know.
My doctor has already said that, scheduled C-section probably because you're bitty. But
Alarix with a good point. Now search what percentage of men are gay. That's 0.5%. All right. What percentage of men are gay? Still overly estimates its gay population.
Oh my God, look, 1 in 4 Americans.
No, they think that. No, that's a poll where people thought that was it, and that's not the case.
So a poll that thought it was gay.
How many people are gay? 15. What percentage of the U.S. population? I want to know men that are gay. 4.9% of male respondents said they identify as LGBTQ.
Right there. Next, that one.
Oh, here we go. 4% of males and 1.3% of females have been exclusively homosexual since the onset of adolescence. So 4% of dudes are gay. 0.5% of men have prolapsed buttholes at some point.
Can women get a prolapsed butt? Or just
anybody
my
can get a
uterus?
prolapsed butthole if you try hard enough.
I'm really nervous. I actually, like, most things don't really scare me like that unless it's like a cancer statistic, but like 50% is really high.
It's all about how hard you're willing to work. That's all. We've got what are we at? 140? 140 away from knocking out tonight's goal. What do you say you guys help us do that? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, the whole deal. Why don't you go ahead and chip in, help us out, and help us knock out that goal. We're having a little bit of OBS.
I'll tell you why. We're in the middle
issue.
of a bad storm right now that could be affecting something. Maybe not.
Okay,
That'd be more internet related, I guess.
That's a really good. Well, that is the internet right
Well.
there. We might be. Give it a second there, boys and girls. We might be in a little bit of trouble here weather-wise. So if you could, I hate to be the filthy can-rattling beggar guy, but if we could knock out that 140 as soon as possible, we certainly don't want to fall behind by that much in a week. So PayPal, Streamlabs, Super Chats, memberships. What do you say we just get that knocked out and call it a successful week? Here on the evening show, we've also got 15 minutes until we rattle the cans.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty dead so far, so why don't we see if we can knock that out? They're saying choppy stream for me.
We've got some bad weather right now, sorry.
You do. I'll close out any of the stories that might be taken out a little bit more.
It is really, really windy and it's a bad thunderstorm.
Yeah.
So we apologize, but
Motherfucker. We definitely can't miss by 140, guys. That's
Right.
for sure. I hate to be that guy, but we can't miss by that much. There we go. Yep. OBS is downsies. Is it coming back? Oh, God, fucking storm. Oh, Megan with $20 over on PayPal. Thank you very much. That's
Thank
really
you.
helpful.
Let's do a rally.
120. Let's do a rally. Let's knock it out here. We've got 15 minutes until we rattle the cans and see if we can make it. 120 away from tonight's goal. Help us knock that out, and we will stay on for you. RIP Steel Toe Evening Show. Yeah, I hope not.
we're sorry.
People are saying buffering for anyone else. Motherfucker.
It's not like there's been worse storms than this too. It's like the first one of the year maybe, but
I wonder if it will get better if we restarted it, but I don't want to fuck around like that.
you'll probably lose more people that way.
Yeah, I think so. The resolution was low. It's fixed now. No, it's buffering. Here, bad weather. Help us hit goal, please. There we go. We are staying on. Boom. There we go. All right, guys. 120 away. Let's see if we can knock that out. God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm staring at OBS right now
Yeah.
because we've got the red light.
It's hard.
We've got the red light of doom, and the KBS keeps popping up and down, up and down, up and down. So, I don't know. Thank you, Fauci's Pangolin, for the $5. 115
Thank you.
away from hitting it tonight. That sucks. That's going to
one's-
distract the shit out of me because I know there's a lot of people trying. All right, we are back. Let's see if we can finish out strong here. Sorry about that, guys.
We're sorry.
It was, it wasn't a storm. We should have fucking restarted right away. We really should have. It wasn't the storm at all. It was just some bullshit with OBS, and we would have been fine. Motherfucker. Oh well, I hate shit like this.
Well, guys,
Makes me
kind of
hate doing the internet thing. It really does. At any rate, thank you very much to the Happy Plague Doctor. Says Saint Otaku will provide 105 away from knocking it down.
Thank you.
Are we at the right chat? There we are. All right, Rupert
Yeah,
with
they're fine.
$9.99 says stupid internet. Thank you, buddy. $100
Thank you.
away from knocking it out. Yeah, it was definitely OBS. It had fucking nothing to do with the weather. Stupid cunt fucking internet thing. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. I'll get through the rest of the stories tonight, but that just
Nothing you can do now.
just really annoys the living dog shit out of me. All right, guys. We got about 7 minutes until we rattle the cans and knock out that goal. Let's do it tonight. What do you fucking say? Sorry about that problem. $100 away from knocking it out tonight. All right, we had this Dennis Prager thing. You guys probably couldn't fucking hear it because of the dog shit program we got going here?
We got a 70-year-old
We got a
Christian conservative talking about porn.
We got a 70-year-old Christian conservative man talking about whether or not porn is cheating in a marriage. Now, I thought, like, when it came to Christian conservatives, the answer to that was, of course it is. It's 1,000%
Always.
against the rules. Like, you can't jack off to porn if you're fucking married and you're a conservative guy.
I always figured old people in general just don't like porn.
Yeah, especially guys like Dennis Prager, who have, like, he was one of those guys who, like, when Clinton, he to give you an idea of how old this guy is, he was like a talk radio guy when Clinton was president. Mm-hmm. And he was like, this is immoral and the president shouldn't be doing, acts of infidelity. And, like, to me, a guy like a Dennis Prager, I feel like kind of bends his morality and his Christianity based on, like, what he's up to.
Maybe.
And so this might mean that Dennis Prager's been whacking off a whole shitload.
And there's all sorts of interesting stuff out there now.
The world is your oyster or
really
your clam,
is.
I guess you could say.
Oh, it's your clam.
When it comes to pornography. So let's check out Dennis Prager's thoughts on whacking off.
It's your sea cucumber.
Yeah, and whether or not it's cheating. I guess not. He's not necessarily saying whacking off. He's saying pornography specifically. Let's see what this is going to seem like mental gymnastics to a conservative dude.
I am less interested in the interior person, morally speaking, than you are. And probably any of you are. And it's largely, I do believe, because I come from a behaviorist, law-based religion. We care how you act. That's why we don't have a claim that if you look at another woman with lust, it's as if you've committed adultery with her. I am, as I said yesterday.
Wait, what? I thought he was a Christian dude. Is he a Jew?
Yeah, because that is the Christian thing is like if you do lust after somebody you see, that's sinful.
Is Prager Jewish?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Today, I thank God for America's Christians. And Maimonides said if it weren't for Christians, the world wouldn't know about the Torah. So.
Oh, he is Jewish. Okay. So Jews don't believe. That makes sense. I thought.
Interesting.
Wow, my whole life I thought. Because Prager's always kind of LARPed as that conservative moralist dude. I just assumed he was a Christian.
Maybe that's what did it for him.
Okay.
As a show.
He found out that if he was a Jew, he could whack off to porn.
Right.
So he was like, well, I'll take Jew.
You know
what? I should have known. Daily Wire event. Of course.
Oh, wow. We didn't look. Yeah. Okay.
I'm a big Christian fan. But obviously Christianity and Judaism are not identical religions.
Right. There's one big glaring difference. You had our guy killed. And I say our guy because, like, culturally, I would say I'm Christian. Like, I was brought up.
I'd claim him as my guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, yeah, you guys have one glaring thing that you always seem to gloss over when it comes to, like, hey, us and the Christians are buddies. And Christians have always been like, yeah, that's great.
You killed him.
You want to apologize for the whole Jesus thing? Hey, we didn't have as much to do with that as you think. Oh, so you did have something to do with it. You couldn't have let the rapist go or get executed?
And we have no equivalent that if you look upon another woman with lust, it's as if you have committed adultery with your heart.
I mean, my goodness, what if her breasts are incredibly large? I mean, what's a guy supposed to do? You can only say no so many times with your eyes.
There's only one way to commit adultery in Judaism, and it's with a different organ. And
that's right, sticking your dick in a puss. Am I right, Dennis?
I thought your spleen.
Oh,
you had to, like, remove it.
So wait, fingering isn't cheating? Nice. I like
how you're immediately looking for the loopholes.
I like the loophole juice.
Not being cute. I'm being very realistic. Looking with lust is not a sin in Judaism.
What's the stance on pornography?
Jordan, why?
I don't hate it.
Why are you dressed like Harvey Dent?
It's not my favorite, but I don't hate it.
All right, Dennis, let's flip a coin to find out if we're watching porn tonight.
I'm big on, like,
I make my own luck.
So pornography, when I'm asked this question...
Just to put you on the spot.
I get rock hard and I begin masturbating feverishly.
I'm sorry if this table flips.
Did indeed. Okay, so my answer, when it's raised on my radio show, I have a male-female hour, and I'm very open about sexual subjects. I always ask if a wife calls me and says, my husband looks at pornography. I found on his computer. I have one question.
Why am I such a nosy bitch and look at me now all hurt and shit?
That is the right question.
Yeah, right.
How is your life of intimacy with your husband? Is it good? In other words,
That's a really professional conservative way to ask. You fucking?
is the pornography in lieu of you or in addition to you?
Oh, shit.
I know this is not a religious answer, and I'm not even giving a religious answer. I'm giving what I think is a moral and realistic answer.
You're giving a Jewish lawyer answer.
Dude, I love his voice. I could listen to his voice for a long time.
That's how you get wrapped up in these people. That's how you
Yeah.
start listening to them. Their voice just sounds good.
Men want variety. And if adultery is a substitute for, if pornography is a substitute for one's wife, it's awful. If it's a substitute for adultery, it's not awful. That's that.
If I wasn't whacking off to this porn right now, I'd be fucking the neighbor.
Well, in that case, then, haven't you already done that mentally then? Like, you're
Right.
checked out of your own relationship.
This might be another way that Christianity is maybe superior to Judaism. Because, like, Judaism has these loopholes, and Christians are like,
Yeah,
no,
but-
you jack off to porn when your wife's not around. Like, that's, you know, you're sinning,
Christians
bro.
watch porn all the time, though, so they don't follow their own rules.
I checked the polling. 6 Christians watch porn. The rest of them are straight as an arrow.
That is my
There is a
unpredictable
well,
answer.
there is a clinical rule of thumb that's akin to that. I would say if you
I'm not taking a man seriously who's wearing a two-tone blazer.
Why not, I ask
Because he
you?
looks like a Batman villain.
trying to decide clinically whether someone's partaking in a habit, say use of alcohol, has reached the threshold of clinical significance, one of the things you do is ask the person you're assessing, is it interfering with your employment? Has it got you in trouble with the law? Is your family complaining? Does it stop you from doing other things?
Dad, I really wish you'd jack off to porn less.
I don't like his voice.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson is really making porn not sexy right now.
Right. The other guy, when he's talking about it,
Yeah.
really got me in the mood. A little
Dennis
bit.
Prager gets down to business on the porn issue. Jordan Peterson just kind of muddles it.
So his whole stance on it was if porn is a substitute for adultery, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, if it keeps you from cheating on your spouse, do it.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty much his take.
If to me, though, if you're at that point, you've got to work on your relationship then. You got to either work on it or get out. You got to pick one.
Mike's Tool and Repair says, looking at my wife, watching and waiting for something to fall out. There's $2 from Mike's Tool and Repair. Thank you, buddy.
You've raised awareness for prolapse uteruses.
What's his nuts with $25 says, shit happens, man. Keep up the great job. We're trying, man. We had to restart tonight. All right, guys, $75 away from our goal. That's an easy one. Let's knock it out. We're going to fire up the music and hopefully do some overtime for you. $75 away. Let's do this thing. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships. Hit that number, click those likes, and sure enough, we will do 30 minutes of overtime. I've got some otaku for overtime. Otaku's yelling at cigarette smokers.
That I
time
might
around.
like. Okay.
Fauci's Pangolin, renewing his membership for an 11th month.
Thank you.
Says pelvic thrust and turn. Informal Warfare, renewing his for a 10th month, says penis.
Thank you.
There you go.
The superior organ.
Yes, the nice big throbbing one.
That is a good thing. It can't fall out.
Yeah, that one can't fall out. If it does, you really fucked up. Big time.
It's just extended.
Yeah. We've got some Florida stories, that's for sure. We've got a little bit of otaku, and we've only got $75 away from hitting this goal for the last evening show of the week. Let's hit it. Let's knock it out. Let's see what we can do. If you're feeling generous, chip into Steel Toe. 75 is not a lot. You guys have got this. We've got 3 minutes left to knock that out.
We can do it.
Let's make sure that everybody's chipping in just a couple of bucks every month to that PayPal, to that Streamlabs, to that Super Chat, or become a member. That's a really effective way. Megan with another $40. Thank you, Megan. We're down to $35 away
Thank you.
from tonight's goal. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We've got this one. Oh, we've got new drops, too, from Victor
Already?
that we can put in.
God, that
Oh, yeah.
man's quick.
He is really quick. $5 from Matthew Jenkins says for otaku. Thank you, buddy. $30 away from hitting that goal tonight.
Thank you.
The final evening goal of the week.
We can do
Awesome.
it.
Awesome.
We have good stuff.
Very good stuff for overtime per usual. So thank you very much to everyone. We are very, very close. Rupert with $9.99 says, can you imagine how loud that woman's fart was? I mean, it had to have been quite impressive to make all of her stuff fall out. Yeah. Had to.
What if you've never heard your girlfriend or your wife fart and just suddenly she has a big old thunder one?
And you're happy about that, but then you see her fucking guts falling out?
And you're laughing your dick off because it's so funny, but then everything fell out.
All right, Mike,
Oh, no.
Mike, I'm really sorry I keep reading your PayPals wrong. It is Toolman Mike. You're right. Sorry about that. Legal demo for overtime, says Johnny 1.0.
Do you?
25 bucks away from getting that goal down to 0 tonight, and we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. So who's going to be the couple of generous people who knock this thing out? Just a few bucks. That's all it's going to take. 25 away.
Thanks, guys.
Pretty close. Someone says, oh my God, what did I miss? I'll have to watch later. Yeah.
I was thinking earlier, you said, like, what do you use to, like, ramrod that shit back up there? You could just try having sex. You can poke it back in there.
Just use your dick to try and push the uterus back in.
What can that thing do?
Yeah.
Come on.
And then of course, if it fails, then you feel like you've got a worthless dick.
You can't help your wife in need.
Right, exactly. All right, guys, about 35 seconds left. Let's do this thing. 35, excuse me, what did I say? 25 seconds left. Only 25 bucks away from that goal. Let's do it. Couple people jump in. Let's knock out that last 25. We're doing overtime anyway on credit, but we got to knock out that last 25.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure Steel Toe stays supported. Make sure this show keeps itself going. Thanks to your generosity. We can do it. 25 bucks. With just about 5 seconds left on the clock. We're going to have to do this again at 10:25, it seems, to be able to knock this thing out. Oh, well. Like I said about Rumble earlier, you know, by the way, Rumble's done because we ended the stream
Oh, sure.
a while back. But, maybe it's like the Rumble numbers and everything. Maybe the show's just dying, you know? Maybe we're just going away. That could be it.
I'm not entertaining you.
I say that all the time. I've said that on Twitch for years and years, and I say it here and all that shit. Maybe people only liked us for the drama, and now we're not doing drama anymore. So they say, fuck this show. I don't like the entertainment and the topics.
You know what, Aaron? You're right.
I want to just see them all act like 12-year-olds.
Maybe you should dive in.
That's what I want to see. Ugh, Christ. A fucking hack way to live. All right, guys. 25 bucks away. I want to get to that fucking goal. I want to make sure this show is on top of shit. And it's only 25 bucks. We can get there. All right. I've got one story. Then I've got Otaku ranting about the smokers. First, Florida. A man clad only in red briefs was found sleeping in the trunk of his car. Good start.
Oh, my God. No. It's going to be hot in there.
An officer found 39-year-old Todd Matthew Curry curled up in the fetal position and sleeping in the open trunk of his car at 7:46 a.m. Saturday, while the vehicle was parked in a parking lot of a closed business in the 100 block of Old Dixie Highway. Oh, God, this just sounds more and more Southern.
It's very rednecky.
Yeah. You're in red underwear. You're sleeping in the trunk of a car. You're in an abandoned parking lot. You're on Old Dixie Highway.
I already have a prediction. He slept in the trunk because he was too drunk to be caught in the driver's seat. Like, even if you're not driving, you can't be in the driver's seat having been drunk.
Well, there he is. That's our boy. According to an arrest report, Curry was wearing only red boxer briefs. The officer ordered Curry, who has a long history of arrests, to put his pants on. That's always the good start to an arrest. It's like, sir, before we go any further with this, mind putting your pants on? I feel kind of weird that I have to tell you twice.
Got a little morning wood. We got to hide that.
Yeah. Curry was fidgeting and had trouble slipping his legs into his pants. He admitted that he had been using methamphetamine. You know, that's the thing about meth freaks. They're not too difficult to get a confession out of.
No, because I'm sure as soon as you look in the car, there's a little something in there.
Look, officer, I know you think I'm drunk, but I swear I've just had a shitload of meth.
Are you saying that guy doesn't always look that alert?
No, that guy, that looks like your eyes are forced to be that wide open.
Like somebody's taped them?
Yeah. The officer searched the trunk of the car and found a piece of foil that contained a clear wrapper holding, wouldn't you know it, 0.3 grams of methamphetamine. Curry was arrested on a third-degree felony charge of possession of methamphetamine. He was booked at the Lake County Jail on $2,000 bond.
That's pretty low.
But okay, fine, whatever. We still didn't find out how the fuck he got in the trunk of that car.
I'm sure it wasn't locked. Or even so, like, you've had a car before, like, you can...
Yes, April. I have indeed had a car before.
Well, remember, like, I've had Pontiacs, and you can pull down the seats in the back row, and you can get access into the trunk through the back seats.
You can get in there. You can get in there that way.
You could have just crawled in there.
Marquise, we did get your Rumble rants earlier, buddy. Says check Rumble. We did get those.
Thank you.
Earlier tonight. Thank you very much. Still just 25 away from knocking out that goal, guys. You can do this. You got this. We've only got $25 separating us and a successful week of evening shows. There's the links in the chat right there. PayPal, Venmo, and Streamlabs. Let's not do a second round of music here in the overtime. What do you say? Here's what I've got. I've got Wrestling Otaku. And I've got Wrestling Otaku ranting about people who smoke cigarettes. Now, the last Otaku video that we did, he was ranting about how OnlyFans should be shut down.
I do enjoy an Otaku rant.
Marquise says, no, check it again. Marquise, I'm telling you, my Rumble is like, I ended the stream, so I can't get in there. I'm sorry, buddy. So I can't see the chat. I can't get in there.
Here.
Why don't you tell me what happened? And then I'll knock that off of there, my man. Spicy Mustard says, I watch too for April's sniper comments and facial expressions when Aaron says something ridiculous. Fuck the drama. I'm here for the laughs. Yeah, I was kidding.
Thank you, Spicy Mustard. He needs to get that out for him.
I need to get that poison out of me for me. Thank God I'm not going to see what the max viewership was tonight or anything like that, because I'm sure it was under 300, and that would drive me fucking insane, and I would feel bad. So I'm glad we had to shut down OBS because it was being cunty. And when we don't hit the goal, I'm like, oh boy, my career's over. I'm a fraud. I feel that way every time. It's just normal. That's just how I am. Sorry.
We're going to get you through it.
My show's dying. It would be 2-3 days a week on Twitch. I would look at it and I would go, oh, fuck it, show's dying. Who gives a shit?
So Marquise, what we saw of you was a 10 and a 15 earlier.
Right. And we knocked that one out. So if you have anything else, but it's one of those things where, I just have that thing where I'm like, well, our show's better than everybody else. Like what's always annoyed me about Steel Toe, except when we were on radio, we were number one. We were the greatest thing there. But like on the internet, it's annoying because I watch and I just go, we're better than everybody. The show quality is better than everyone else's. It's a funnier show than everyone else's. It's smarter than everyone else's. It's not retarded and based on dumb shit. And I'm like, why isn't it just blown the fuck up? That always, it's bothered me from day one.
Nothing worth having is easy.
Exactly. I fucking hate it, man. I really do. Let's go into this Wrestling Otaku thing. Marquise says that he knocked it out, so I'll just unpin it.
Thank you,
say
Marquise.
We knocked it out. Thank you very much. All right. Mrs. Portland, number one fan, says that poor woman should be cooking and cleaning, not forced to be on the microphone from her verbally abusive husband. Oh, thank you so much, Portland's number one fan. I agree. Those gals should be in the kitchen. You're
not going
right.
to tell her? I find time to cook and clean and then do the microphone stuff.
Yes. And I can be abusive anytime. Zen Rhino says, being funny or doesn't mean popular on the internet. Carrot Top sucks as a comedian. He makes millions in Vegas.
Yeah, I will say he's doing well.
He's doing very,
Lots of
very
people
well.
go check him out.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thanks for knocking that out. Thank you, Marquise. Thank you, everybody else. Let's do this otaku thing and get to the end of overtime tonight. And then, of course, 6 a.m. Central Time tomorrow morning. Everybody tune into the show. Pump the shit out of those numbers. Make me feel good about myself like I'm worth a shit. Let's go ahead and check out Wrestling Otaku on Smokers.
What is up, folks? Wrestling Otaku.
Nothing, buddy. How are you doing?
No glasses today.
I know. He's going with those sexy bedroom eyes.
They are really giving me the come hither vibes.
I really like it when Otaku decides to trim it down to the, bare sexiness.
Get down in the nitty gritty.
Yeah, wrestling otaku.
Back here on this Wednesday morning, going into Wednesday afternoon for this little random sheet video, as I call it.
Yeah, I get it.
The last one.
Random sheet. Not random shit. See,
Shit.
you didn't spell that way. Random sheet video.
I didn't get it.
Well, it's titled People Who Still Smoke Cigarettes in 2023 Are Dumb.
Which you'd agree with, right?
Hot take. People who smoke cigarettes.
I agree too. I do think it's a dumb thing.
Okay, who's dumber, the vapors or the smokers? It's close, right?
I don't know. To me, you're technically doing the same shit.
I feel like in long term, the cigarettes will get you worse. But the people who fuck around with like the mods and shit like that, and they
short term,
I think that vaping shit can be really
short
bad
term,
for
the
you.
vape shit could kill you quicker because you're gonna have collapsed lungs potentially if you get the bad ones.
It's not get the bad ones. People do like aftermarket shit and go in there and
They
fuck
tweak
with
it.
them. Yeah, and the temperature's too hot and they burn their lungs out and shit like that. I mean, I guess it's kind of you get what you deserve.
They're both stupid.
When I did, got a pretty decent amount of viewership, so I figured I'd do another one here, and just another little random thought that I got here. So I just want to ask y'all a question, okay? A legitimate question, and you can answer it if you.
You look slim today. Yes, that is my answer.
He sounds stuffy, like there's something in his nose.
A little congested. Maybe it's thawing out there in Baltimore.
Maybe. Oh, is that where he is? Okay.
Well, Maryland. He's a Orioles fan and a Ravens fan and all that shit.
You're just picking it up.
Yeah.
But I'm just throwing this out there. Who in the hell, in the year 2023, who still to this day smokes cigarettes? It's like cigarettes are like smoking is such a thing of the past. Like it is so freaking 1950s. Like
Yeah, basically, Otaku's calling you gay if you smoke cigarettes, bro. He's calling you out. He's not even calling you out because it causes cancer or it's bad for you or anything like that.
This is out of style.
Otaku's like, bro, you're just lame.
You gay, bro.
Yeah, you gay, bro, if you smoke cigarettes. I like this. Like the OnlyFans one was full of like his sexism and vitriol. This one is just him kind of being condescending to people.
Oh, he thinks you're less than.
Yeah, I like condescending Otaku. He's right, though.
That sounds like a movie.
He's right. Like, why do you smoke? What's the point of smoking now? Stress relief, I guess.
Well,
but
I will say that I do know a lot of like social smokers, just like social drinking. It goes hand in hand. You got a drink in one hand, cigarette in the other.
it's retarded.
And then they don't do it like when they're not doing that. But I think it's like your cigar. They like the feeling of smoking something.
I don't know.
Really, that's a lot of people.
But the cigarettes are so stinky and chemically and dog
Cigars
shit.
are very smelly too.
Cigars denote a certain level of like maturity and gravitas.
But you only think that because you're smoking it.
Of course. Cigarettes, though, look trashy. Like, if you see someone smoking a cigarette, they look like garbage.
It's a bit rebellious looking.
It's gay. It's trash. I'm with Otaku.
Oh, I don't think you should be smoking either. It's not healthy.
if you recall, like if any of you were born back then, you know, of course I grew up in I was born in '89. I came up
Fuck, Otaku's younger than I am.
And he's older than I am.
Shit.
Whoa.
in the '90s, and you know, cigarettes was a thing back then. Of course, cigarettes, cigars, all that kind of shit. And it was such a mid 20th century thing, like in the 50s and the 60s. And if you watch, you know, old time TV, old time television, old time movies with the black and white and all that, and you know, people who smoked were like, you know, it was considered cool, it was considered a cultural thing. It was like,
Well,
you know,
yeah, 4 out of 5 doctors recommend Lucky Strike.
It's true.
It coats the throat. Yeah, they used to have it like it was a throat coating thing, and it was really, really good for you and all that.
iconic, if you will, if people, you know, you had celebrities who smoked, movie stars who smoked and all that kind of shit, and if you did it, you know, you were considered like cool or whatever, and it was iconic or whatever. And nowadays, obviously, it's all but faded because the tobacco industry is under fire. You know,
Fire.
Cigarettes in general
they?
are overpriced. The government is cracking down on tobacco companies just because of all the.
We gotta, you know what we have to do? We have to watch, or we have to get Otaku like a camera. Because like the holding your phone thing.
At least a tripod to put your phone on.
Yeah. We got to get Otaku something so we can, because he's good with his commentary. He's just got to be able to focus a little more.
Are cigarette companies under fire right now?
I mean, like they always have been. I mean, just about like the
I don't think
regulations and
anymore
shit like that.
than
yeah.
usual.
You know what I'd like to do? I don't like this Otaku one as much as I do the others. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and I'm going to give our audience a little something else for overtime. I'm going to give them Ed and Michelle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
hate it. I like them.
Yeah, I'm going to do Ed and Michelle from The Thing, the Great Indoors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see what they got for us. Andy, thank you very much for the $100 on PayPal, sir. Very generous of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's going to put us at 260, 250 for tomorrow morning. So a nice and easy tomorrow morning goal. Thank you guys very much. Oh, and guess what I can do? Highlight, delete all the evening show stuff. Very nice. Thank you, Andy. Thank you
so
to
much.
Megan. Thank you to Marquise and everybody else. Gray Duckling with $4.99 says, Jay Santos, you're right. He's a social overweight caster. Otaku? Who said something bad about otaku?
Somebody said I would look cool with a cigarette. I don't think anyone looks cool anymore with a cigarette. That was an old-timey thing. Like, it was a vibe back in the day for celebrities and stuff.
Chernobog says cigars look way more like a dick. Just saying. Yes, I haven't heard that one yet. Zen Rhino says Aaron just likes the idea of having something big and brown in his mouth.
And tobacco related.
Yes. And connected to the tobacco crop in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, that's so fun.
Thank you guys very much for your generosity. We do appreciate it. All right, let's Ed and Michelle, Great Indoors. Let's see what they've been up to. We haven't checked out. Oh, they're at 1,340 subscribers.
Did you tell them about your interaction with them after our last video?
Yeah, so Ed and Michelle did a video on, like, it was pronouncing the word pasta?
Pasta versus pasta.
They wanted to know how you pronounce the word pasta, and I wrote, my grandpa just called them guinea noodles or guinea worms or something like that. And like Ed from Ed and Michelle responded and said, oh, thank you. I didn't know that. And I'm like, oh, no.
It just felt corrupt.
No, I just felt like I corrupted two very innocent people.
Oh, my goodness.
Son of a bitch. So I haven't seen Michelle in any of these videos lately.
It worries me.
It really does make me worry. But here's what we've got from Ed's. Oh, no, Michelle's in this one.
Yeah,
okay, so we do. We have King Cajun Seafood, a mouth-watering feast.
That sounds good.
I have an idea for Wednesday Night Live. Well, that's only 1 minute. Dingus Day 2023, The Hunt for Patchkes. I don't know what that means. Down the Block Eats.
You can't go wrong with any of these. There's a Piggly Wiggly bonus. He does slot machines.
They do it all, man. They go to the casino a lot, remember?
Oh, I love them.
Let's do the King Cajun. Oh, that's 25 minutes long. Let's not do that one.
What if it's golden?
It could be.
What time is it?
Let's watch Ed eat a jelly donut at Dingus Day. I want to see what Ed's like at Dingus Day. Oh, and Michelle's in this
Welcome,
one.
everyone. Ed here with Michelle.
Hey, everyone.
And I don't know if you guys knew it, but today is Dingus Day.
Fuck
and
yeah,
we are
Ed.
going to go celebrate Dingus Day in Cleveland, Ohio. Are you ready, Michelle?
Happy Dingus Day, Ed.
You got it right. All right, let's get in there.
They're so cute.
I feel like Michelle's actually the more charismatic of the two. Ed seems a little less comfortable on camera.
He's a little more corporate, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Polish thing. Okay.
I was wondering. I thought they spelled dingus wrong because I would spell it Dingus.
Yeah, it's a
the
Polish
way I
thing.
use
Okay.
it.
Dingus Day is the celebration of the ending of Lent. It's usually celebrated on Easter Monday and goes through until the daybreak on Tuesday. And it's a lot of kibasi. It's a lot of pierogi. It's a lot of sauerkraut. And my favorite of all is the punchkis.
So this is Polak heaven, basically.
Oh, this is getting me going. I'd eat this shit.
This is just Polak heaven is what this is.
I want to go. Can I make it a goal of mine to go to Dingus Day with Ed and Michelle once?
You three go ahead and do whatever you want.
Do you mind?
I don't want to go to
That's what the
Dingus
whole
Day.
point of this video is, to hunt for the punchkis.
What?
So enjoy.
We're hunting poon.
We're hunting punchkis.
Okay, if you're not
That's what Ed
familiar
calls
with
pussy.
Dingus Day, it's basically a Polish holiday similar to the St. Patrick's Day for the Irish.
Nice house.
There's going to be a lot of punchkis, a lot of beer, a lot of kibasi, a lot of polkas, a lot of good times. So
I will be miles and miles away from this horse shit.
Oh bullshit! I'd be here.
Ugh.
I'll
stick
dress up.
around, and we're going to have a good Polish Celebration time,
fucked up.
Dingus Day style.
We're gonna have a dingus down.
Okay, come on.
She's so sweet.
How do you not love these two?
How do you not want to be here with them? I'm jealous that I wasn't.
I'm gonna get Michelle fucked up. I'm gonna just get her hammered.
I would drink with Michelle.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Michelle.
That's our
You
sober
tried,
cab.
okay?
Dingus good time.
Michelle thinks that she's Polish because she married a Polak. So, good job. You're doing well at acting like a Polish person.
No, Michelle. No.
Do we still wear masks in
You escaped.
Cleveland?
You're still not Polish. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we're on the corner of Detroit and West 58th Street.
Oh, this shit's
and the
hopping.
celebration is already underway. People are coming, people are going.
Boy, I can't tell that this is a Polish holiday with the immense amount of white people I see all over the place.
Doesn't that little bass just make you want to dance?
No, not at all. I hate polkas.
God.
One thing that for certain, a lot of good times are being had. So let's get in there, and I think we could cross the street. Let's go, Michelle.
They've all got their shirts on and shit.
Was Ed just sprinting across the street? And he left Michelle way back there by herself.
Everyone else is going like very leisurely, and he's just like, oh, 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 oh.
Ed just outran Michelle. You can tell Ed's excited for his Polak Christmas.
You want some kielbasa?
Yeah.
Because everyone else was crossing the road, I guess we should have been crossing the road, Michelle.
And we're wearing the right colors for Dingus Day.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Cleveland Indians red. That seems to be the ongoing color here.
Aw.
All right, I'll bring you guys back when we get inside.
This looks Midwestern.
Okay, we got
as
our
fuck.
tickets. They were $15 a piece. You got to buy them online before you get in.
I feel at home.
So now we have access to all the festivities. What those you get it here. Show them your wristband, Michelle.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
We are officially Dingus Festival members now.
All right.
It doesn't look like there's much going on. It just looks like
Oh, the hell you
benches,
say.
beer, and polka.
You
No, thank
eat some
you.
kielbasas and some poon something
Oh,
or
I
other.
can't wait
and
to. I can't wait to just have the fire wiener
dance.
shits.
fart until
Oh,
your,
just-
till your uterus prolapses.
Just fart and kielbasa until my twat falls out. Are you kidding me? Ed and Michelle know how to party.
Oh my god.
23 style.
I think we got to go in over there or something like that.
Over there.
Over there.
Send the word over there. Look at these people. They get all like hop up and down for a polka.
I don't like that you don't like this.
I hate polkas
I don't know
so
if I
much.
can be with somebody that behaves this
Fuck
way.
a squeeze box. I want to watch an accordion player get beaten by a you-know-what gang.
A squeeze box.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Middle-aged ladies trying to fuck one last time. No, thank you.
Why does somebody have a fat head?
I don't know. I really don't like Dingus Day. God, Polish people are awkward and weird.
I need Ed to pan over to Michelle, and I need her to be dancing.
I need her to just be going. I just need I need a Michelle dance in my life.
Yes.
Bobby Vinton, all right.
Nobody should say Bobby Vinton all right.
I love Bobby Vinton.
No, you don't. Ed, can we please skip the fucking polka? Oh, no. No, Ed.
No.
Show us Michelle. I want to see Michelle dance to the polka.
I want
Come
to
on.
see her bust a move.
Yeah.
Come on.
Before her fucking uterus falls out.
How about the fact that they call this Dingus Day unironically?
Right. Polish people don't know it's an insult. They're too stupid.
Right. I call you Dingus when you're being dumb.
Michelle, fucking dance already. What's she doing?
There you go. That's part of the Polish flag. Just because.
What the fuck?
She just say Dingus or Vegas.
Dingus.
People really dig this shit.
I know, but I'm going to tell you right now about Polish people. Not the most
careful.
not the most attractive lot in the bunch.
I've seen so many hotties.
Really?
Don't you get out of this video.
This one's top elbow is folding over its bottom elbow.
Oh my God, look. Look at the wrinkles under it. That
I'm
looks like a
telling
young
you.
person until you get to the elbow.
Exactly.
Oh, you're turning me.
My bigotry's contagious.
He's hot.
Okay, we're coming up to the food station. They got dingus dogs here.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Just big wieners you can shit out later. Pierogies.
Oh, I love me some crowd of my
Everything
dogs.
a growing boy needs.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I saw one.
A what?
There was one at Dingus Day. There's one at Dingus Day.
A hot one?
A black person.
She's hot, right? That's what you meant?
No, I'm saying a black person. There's one black person at Dingus Day. And they're like, oh man, I got here on the wrong weekend. Shit.
What weekend was she looking for?
Guess I'll go to work. There's a... It's a fucking Chief Keef concert.
Okay, then.
Is he dead?
He doesn't leave Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Prison.
I'm growing in all the wrong places.
Oh, right. What?
Nice.
Go back to his mustache. He shaved everything but the stuff on his lip.
Needs. I'm growing in all the
right there.
Oh, no, Ed. Ed, come on, man.
Oh, no.
You missed your little lip hairs on your mustache, buddy.
They're curling over, buddy.
Eddie, come on, man. Let's get it
we
together.
need to send him some new glasses, too.
Yeah,
Those
let's
are
wipe those, huh?
Scratched to piss.
Places.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, Michelle wants 2 dogs.
Wouldn't
they
you?
put pierogies in the dogs?
Oh, that's sick. I love it.
And Michelle's like, no, that one's mine, thank you.
Making a video for YouTube.
That's such a Midwestern thing to do. Is like nobody asked, but you have to let them know that you're filming a video for YouTube.
Yeah, but usually people edit that out.
Yeah, Ed and Michelle are just very Midwestern about their YouTube videos.
Oh, this looks delicious, though. I'd eat this. I'd smash.
Thank you.
This is...
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Oh, it's
check it out.
crusty.
It's got a pierogi in there. It's got sauerkraut. It's got a pork.
Get it? Okay, all right, Ed. You don't need to show me the urethra of your hot dog.
Oh, the nose hairs.
And then the nose hairs, yeah.
Yikes.
No shame in Ed's game.
Very good. That is outstanding.
Oh. Oh.
Boy, Ed's nose hairs are a whew. That is a forest in there, man. You gotta every fall you have to clear that to avoid wildfires.
And they are front and center.
Good Lord, man.
God, do I love those two? I really do love their videos. They make me feel good.
Oh, Kyle W corrects me. Not dog, Aaron. Dinger. My apologies.
Is it a dinger? I thought it was a poon something or other.
No, they were looking for punchkis.
Punchki.
Is what they were looking for.
Punchkis and kielbasas.
Zen Rhino says, no, it's not, Aaron. I hate to break it to you, but Cleveland is not Midwest. Cleveland is east of the Mississippi, so it's at best Mideast. No, the Mideast is where if you're gay, they throw you off the...
No, I was just thinking that they seemed very Midwestern. That's all.
They are very Midwestern people.
They make my heart happy.
Should we see if they found the punchkis? Oh, boy.
Yes, I would like a little more.
Oh, boy, they found donuts.
You can see them all up there. Those are the lemons over there.
This is so cute.
Okay, Michelle's so happy about her sweets box.
I want a shirt with just that on it.
She opens it up. Her fucking uterus is in there. Like, Michelle, come on.
I clipped it so it never happens again.
We have succeeded. We got our punchkis. We ended up getting raspberry and strawberry.
Take a
Check
bite
it
of
out,
that
everyone.
punchki.
This is the strawberry
donut.
one over
I
there.
see why they
right?
call it
And
punchkis.
the raspberry is the one with the powdered
pink.
sugar on top. Correct? Okay.
That is the raspberry, and that's the strawberry.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's get back to the car and let's eat it, okay? All right. Okay,
Well,
Michelle,
don't twist
we are
her
outside
arm.
of the boil here, and we couldn't wait to get to the car. We needed to sit down and eat some right now. So tell me, which one do you want to go with, Michelle?
I'll go with this one.
All right, let's take everybody.
Dingus Day, Cleveland.
Everybody, let's take bets. Does any of this ooze onto them?
Yes.
Do they get any ooze on themselves?
Yes, it's so glorious.
All right.
And that's supposedly
only
the
way to
raspberry
eat it.
one, right? I don't know. Just eat it. Who cares?
Oh.
Raspberry, strawberry. To me, it's all the same.
That big puff of sugar. I love that there's no shame in Michelle's game.
No, these two are the best thing I've ever seen.
They're the best thing on
honestly.
YouTube. They're the most wholesome thing
They're
on YouTube.
wholesome,
I don't
man.
know. Just eat it. Who cares? Raspberry, strawberry. To me, it's all the same.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with this one right
That
here.
just looks like it hurts your teeth. It's just so sweet.
Baby, you've been scarred.
I've been scarred.
It's gonna be okay.
Oh, you can see
Oh,
the goodness.
Oh yeah, look at that cream
Oh.
pie. Look at that bloody vag.
That one had a rough one.
Get it, Ed.
Oh, man.
Ed ate his cleaner. Ed didn't have any puffy powdered sugar or anything.
Look how stuffed that thing is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
That
Camera.
Heaven. Heaven on earth.
Some of them are filled to the brim.
Nice.
Michelle just takes those great white shark bites. She's eating it like somebody's gonna take it away from her.
Do you want to get some jelly-filled donuts for like Friday's morning show and eat them?
Get ready to hate me. I'm not a jelly donut.
I'm
guy.
not either, but do it for the show, you bitch.
No, I'll eat any other kind of donut. Why do I have to eat a fucking filled one?
Okay, can we have donuts for the show on Friday?
I don't give a shit. That's fine with me.
Thank you.
All right. Well, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Weird show. Sorry for the OBS problem and the issue, towards the end of the program. Thank you very much for knocking it out for us tonight and getting us way ahead. Andrew, thank you for putting us way ahead for tomorrow. I appreciate it.
Thank
I agree
you.
with Informal Warfare. He says we do not deserve them and we must protect them at all costs. I agree.
I agree. They're my favorite.
All right, guys, let's get the shit out of here. We did what we came to do. We hopefully we entertained you.
We love you.
The show stays properly supported, and we appreciate you for that. April, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be back at 6 a.m.